Welcome to the Fantasy Audiobook. Job Change for All. Perfect Villain Life. Chapter 21. Everyone was stunned when they saw Lin Yu's body. Chen Baiguo's expression suddenly darkened. This governor of a province, a super strong man of level 68, frowned, and the temperature of this space immediately became cold and almost solidified. Everyone looked at Qin Xian, with only one thought in their mind. This young master of the Qin family was really arrogant. Chen Bio just said that he wanted to take Lin Yu away. And Qin Xian killed Lin Yu directly, without giving Chen Bio any face. He even had the intention of slapping Chen Baiguo's face. So even with Chen Baiguo's deep scheming, he couldn't help but get angry at this moment. He took a look at Lin Yu's body, and in addition to anger, he was more confused. What exactly is this person's identity? Qin Xian would rather tear his face with him, the governor of Donghai, and kill him, and he doesn't want this person to fall into his hands. Chen Bio won't believe anything. Qin Xian really came to Donghai City to track down the Void Believers. Qin Xian came to Donghai City and made such a big fuss, probably because of this middle-aged man. Lin Feng, who was standing aside, had already been dazed. He stared blankly at Lin Yu, who fell to the ground and completely lost all vitality. For a moment, he could not accept this fact. His mind was blank. Is this a dream? How he hoped it was just a nightmare. Just a few hours ago, the father and son were still full of hope for the future. His adoptive father Lin Yu was still a living person. But now, everything has changed. Lin Yu, the man who raised him for 10 years, died in front of him. No, a heart-wrenching cry sounded, full of despair and pain. Lin Feng finally recognized the reality. His adoptive father Lin Yu was dead. Died in the hands of Qin Xian. Although he and Lin Yu had no blood relationship and were only adopted. But over the years, they have been together day and night, and have long been like father and son. No, it is even better and deeper than the ordinary father-son relationship. Lin Feng was in extreme pain, and his teeth were almost broken. His eyes were bloodshot, staring at Qin Xian, his eyes were full of hatred and crazy murderous intent. Lin Feng had never hated someone so much before. Qin Xian ruined his future, took away his love, and killed his adoptive father. No matter which hatred here, it is a blood feud. Not to mention the 3 blood feuds added together. I will kill you, Lin Feng roared, and he was going to rush up and fight with Qin Xian. He wanted to kill Qin Xian and avenge Lin Yu. At this moment, Lin Feng felt that the secret source he was wearing also emitted strange energy. Even his eyes faintly turned into a weird blue-purple. Lin Feng had only one thought in his mind. Kill Qin Xian. Kill everyone. But then, Chen Lingxi stopped Lin Feng. Don't be impulsive, Lin Feng. You are not his opponent now, you will only die in vain. Chen Lingxi's words made Lin Feng regain some rationality. He stopped, his heart full of unwillingness and pain. Tears covered his face, and others looked away reluctantly when they saw this scene. This is really cruel for a senior high school student. Overnight, the family was broken up. Seeing Lin Feng being stopped, Qin Xian's expression did not change, but a trace of disappointment flashed in his eyes. If Lin Feng rushed over directly, he would kill Lin Feng directly, once and for all, and completely solve the future troubles. It's a pity that Chen Lingxi still had some rationality and stopped Lin Feng. In this way, it would be difficult to continue to attack Lin Feng today. After all, Chen Bio was there, and he had just killed Lin Yu in front of Chen Bio, which was already a slap in Chen Baiguo's face. But this can barely be said to be killing the Void Believers. And Lin Feng is just an ordinary high school student. If he goes to kill Lin Feng, Chen Bio will definitely not sit idly by and will definitely stop him. At that time, the matter will really get out of hand. However, Qin Xian will not let Lin Feng go just like that. He pointed directly at Lin Feng and said lightly, he is Lin Yi's adopted son. Lin Yi is a believer of the Void, although he has been executed. But Lin Feng, as he looks like, cannot escape the relationship and needs to continue the investigation. At least tomorrow's college entrance examination, Lin Feng, as a suspect of the Void, is not allowed to participate. Chen Lingxi was furious when he heard this. Qin Xian really wants to kill him. For students, there are 2 most important nodes to change their destiny. One is the awakening ceremony to change jobs, and the other is the college entrance examination. If you can get good grades in the college entrance examination and enter a higher education institution, then you can not only become stronger, but also get the protection of the institution and get the connections of the institution. If Lin Feng misses tomorrow's college entrance examination, then he will really be useless. After all, there is no such thing as repeating a grade in this world. There is only one awakening ceremony. There is also only one college entrance examination. Chen Lingxi said coldly, I am Lin Feng's class teacher. I can guarantee that Lin Feng will have absolutely no problems. He can go to take the college entrance examination. If anything goes wrong, I will be solely responsible. Chen Lingxi stood in front of Lin Feng with a firm gaze, facing the Qin family masters. As a teacher, Chen Lingxi always believed that she should be responsible for her students. This is the responsibility of a teacher and a class teacher. Lin Feng, a genius, failed to change jobs, which was already miserable. Now, Qin Xian has ruined his family. Chen Lingxi's heart was full of pity for Lin Feng, and a sense of guilt. In her opinion, it was she who failed to protect her students. So how could she watch Qin Xian let Lin Feng miss the college entrance examination on false charges? So she risked everything and guaranteed Lin Feng to ensure that he could take the college entrance examination. Chen Biao frowned slightly when he heard this. But he did not stop Chen Lingxi. He knew his daughter, although she looked gentle and kind. But in fact, she was very stubborn. At the beginning, he planned to arrange for Chen Lingxi to enter the East China Sea Security Committee, a powerful department, and also paved a bright road for her. But Chen Lingxi refused, and instead became an ordinary teacher in number 1 middle school. The father and daughter had argued about this, but in the end Chen Biao had to give in. Moreover, Chen Biao could see that Lin Yi was not a void believer. If the level 52 Red Lotus Knight was really a void believer, then Donghai City would have been reduced to ruins long ago. Void believers can transform themselves into beacons to attract void monsters to come. Teacher Chen. Lin Feng looked at Chen Lingxi standing in front of him, and his heart was full of emotion. Of course he knew that Chen Lingxi had saved his life. If he could not take the college entrance examination, he would not be able to get the protection of the school. How could he, an ordinary student with no power and influence, survive the attack of the Qin family? I am afraid that even without the Qin family's help, someone would kill him and take credit for it. Seeing that Chen Lingxi, the daughter of the governor, was willing to guarantee Lin Feng, Qin Xian had a blank expression on his face, but a smile flashed in his eyes. Finally, took the bait. Lin Feng, the son of destiny, does need to be feared and should not be allowed to grow in a shabby way. But Qin Xian's real target is actually Chen Lingxi. Or, Chen Biao behind Chen Lingxi. After all, Lin Feng is just a level 4 ant who can be crushed to death with one hand, as long as he is not careless. On the contrary, the most important thing now is that the secret source cannot be exposed. He has now caused such a big commotion in Donghai City and has fallen out with Chen Biao, which will definitely attract the attention of other forces. Even the regent government will doubt Qin Xian's purpose. It is too suspicious for an heir of the Qin family to go to Donghai City to catch some void believers. It is as outrageous as an heir of a 10 billion group going to a small town to catch a thief. If other forces intervene and start investigating this matter, they may investigate Lin Feng and cause some trouble. So Qin Xian needs a more sensational thing to cover up the real purpose of his trip. For example, Qin Xian's eyes are low. Pull down Chen Biao, the governor of Donghai province. Qin Xian smiled slightly, took a deep look at Lin Feng, and then chuckled, since Miss Chen has personally guaranteed it, then forget about it. After that, he nodded to Chen Biao. Your Excellency the Governor, I will take my leave first. He turned and left, and the other Qin family strongmen followed. He took action in the downtown area, causing such a large number of casualties, but he was able to escape unscathed. Maybe he will be rewarded by the higher-ups. Chen Biao looked gloomy, watching Qin Xian leave, and slowly exhaled a foul breath. He served as the governor of Donghai province for more than 10 years, holding great power, and his words were as good as gold. But at this moment, he couldn't help but feel a little powerless. Qin Xian violated many imperial laws, openly killed people, and affected innocent people. But he had no way out. Behind Qin Xian was the behemoth Qin family in the imperial capital. This 1,000-year-old family had deeply rooted its roots in every corner of the empire. I'm afraid that if this matter is brought to the attention of the regent, it will all be left unresolved. Thinking of this, Chen Biao couldn't help but sigh. If His Majesty the Emperor was still alive, it would be great. Before His Majesty the Emperor disappeared, the Qin family and other imperial clans were more or less restrained. The Emperor himself has been suppressing the clans and constantly promoting strong people from common people. Regent Liu Ji was born a commoner and was promoted by His Majesty the Emperor. What a pity! After His Majesty the Emperor disappeared, those aristocratic families, no one can suppress them anymore. They constantly suck the blood of the empire and eliminate dissidents, and they are the termites of the empire. Now, only Regent Liu Ji can restrain them a little. Chen Biao said in a deep voice, "Investigate what the background of this Lin Yi is." Someone immediately responded. Lin Feng immediately threw himself on Lin Yu's corpse, burst into tears, and was extremely sad. When others saw this scene, they all felt the same way and were full of sympathy for Lin Feng. Chen Lingxi also walked to Lin Feng and sighed, "My condolences, Lin Feng." But she didn't know how to comfort him. Because what happened to Lin Feng was too tragic. If someone else had experienced all this, they would probably have collapsed. Our news. At 4 p.m. today, an emergency occurred in the Yaoshan market in our city. A 52-level void believer has been hiding in the urban area of Donghai for many years. The Imperial Police Department, the Constitutional Order Department, and our Donghai City Police Department jointly enforced the law and killed the void believer after a hard battle. Although evacuation work has been carried out, this sudden battle still caused considerable losses. It resulted in the death and injury of many innocent people. In this regard, Governor Chen Biao issued an important instruction, requiring the relevant departments to immediately activate the emergency mechanism. Make every effort to organize search and rescue, properly handle the aftermath, find out the cause as soon as possible, and do a good job of comforting and serving the families of the victims. The TV station in Donghai City broadcast this news non-stop. Tonight, Donghai City is destined not to be peaceful. As the capital of Donghai Province and an important economic center of the empire, Donghai City has always been known for its development and safety. But the chaos that broke out in the urban area of Donghai today will definitely shock the whole country. In this regard, although Chen Biao was dissatisfied with Qin Xian, he could only pinch his nose and admit that Lin Yu was a void believer. Otherwise, he would have no way to explain. But even so, Chen Baiguo's reputation as the governor of Donghai was greatly affected. Lin Feng returned to his home. After Qin Xian killed Lin Yu, he plundered all the equipment on Lin Yu. Only a lonely body was left. The body of his adoptive father Lin Yu had been properly handled and buried in a cemetery in the suburbs. In fact, according to the official definition, Lin Yu was a void believer and was not qualified to be buried at all. However, under the care of Chen Lingxi, the green light was given all the way and it was done in a few hours. Chen Lingxi looked at the distraught Lin Feng and was very worried. Tomorrow is the college entrance examination. If Lin Feng is still in this state, it is estimated that it will be difficult to get a good score. Chen Lingxi said softly, "Lin Feng, don't think too much, prepare for tomorrow's college entrance examination first." Hearing Chen Lingxi's words, Lin Feng came back to his senses and nodded. "Thank you, Teacher Chen, it's getting late, you go back first." Chen Lingxi nodded, and then turned and left. Tomorrow is the college entrance examination. As a teacher in one middle school, she also needs to prepare a lot of things. After all, she has more than one student, Lin Feng. After Chen Lingxi left, Lin Feng was the only one left at home. He has never felt so lonely. Lin Feng sat in a chair blankly, like a statue, motionless. From now on, the world is big. He is alone. The clock rang at 12 o'clock, and it was a new day. And today is the day of the college entrance examination. Qin Xian. Lin Feng whispered the name in a low voice, his voice full of resentment and hatred. He has never hated someone so much. He not only wants to kill Qin Xian, he also wants to torture Qin Xian madly and let Qin Xian experience the most cruel pain. Lin Feng knew that he was still very weak. He was just a level 4 and it was impossible for him to seek revenge. His only hope now was to be admitted to the Jixia Academy and be protected by it. Then he would grow up slowly and go to the void to find the emperor. This was also the path his adoptive father Lin Yu hoped he would take. Lin Feng couldn't help but take out the secret source he was wearing. The secret source emitted a strange purple light, and Lin Feng's face was also reflected in purple, which looked very strange. A trace of madness flashed in Lin Feng's eyes. A gentleman's revenge is never too late after 10 years. No, for him, every second is torture. And he also knew that Qin Xian would probably not really let him grow slowly. The Qin family's goal is the secret source, and the secret source is on him. Qin Xian will definitely come to snatch the secret source. Lin Feng just holds the secret source, and then it will be his chance. The riot in Donghai City naturally attracted great attention. But for the parents of the senior high school students, they don't care about anything, they only care about today's college entrance examination. After all, today's college entrance examination will determine the future fate of their children. Donghai City, Apocalypse Temple. At the entrance of the Apocalypse Temple, countless people gathered, all of whom were students who came to take the college entrance examination. The venue of the college entrance examination is in the Apocalypse Temple. Candidates will participate in the dungeon selection specially designed for the college entrance examination, and the system will give the candidates a score. Then the people from various universities will combine the scores and the specific performance of the candidates to determine the final scores of the candidates. It's really spectacular. On a tall building, Qin Xian stood at the huge French window, looking at the grand scene around the Temple of Apocalypse, and sighed. He was wearing a bathrobe and looked very lazy. Beside him, Su Keqing was helping him prepare clothes, very virtuous. Su Keqing has gradually changed from resistance at the beginning to obedience, and then to the current habit. She has completely regarded herself as Qin Xian's woman. However, Su Keqing also clearly felt that since she followed Qin Xian, the people and things around her have undergone tremendous changes. Zhang Song, the boss of Jiaxi Interactive Entertainment, this big man in her eyes before. Now he is respectful to her and dare not neglect her at all. He also directly transferred 15% of the shares of Jiaxi Interactive Entertainment to her, making Su Keqing a billionaire and a major shareholder of Jiaxi Interactive Entertainment. Originally, Su Keqing didn't want to accept these because she was afraid of causing trouble for Qin Xian. But Qin Xian asked her to accept them. In Qin Xian's view, 15% of the shares of Jiaxi Interactive Entertainment were not worth mentioning and were not a trouble at all. Not only Zhang Song, but when the chairman of the parliament, Yu Xuan, came to visit Qin Xian these 2 days, he was also very polite to her. It was not the false reserve before, but the politeness from the heart. At this time, Chu Bo walked in and smiled at Su Keqing, "Miss Su." Su Keqing immediately understood and said softly, "I'll go prepare breakfast." She knew that Qin Xian was going to have something important to do. But Su Keqing never asked, nor did she want to ask. She knew that she was just Qin Xian's plaything, and the less she knew about some things, the better. "Are you ready, Master?" "We are ready, and we have notified the families." Qin Xian nodded and sighed. "It seems that many people will die today." Donghai Province, Governor's Office. The governor's office was bustling with people, but it was busy but not chaotic, and the order was in good order. Has the Apocalypse Temple been deployed? Chen Bio was in charge of the center and issued orders. All defenses have been prepared. Not only the 1st and 3rd Brigades of the Police Bureau have gone to maintain order. The Donghai Security Committee has also made preparations nearby to ensure that the college entrance examination is foolproof. Chen Bio nodded slowly. In fact, according to convention, only the police bureau's people are needed. It is enough to maintain order in the college entrance examination venue. But after yesterday's accident, the whole Donghai city was a little nervous. So Chen Bio transferred the people of the Donghai Security Committee over there. Chen Bio suddenly asked, "What about the one from the Qin family?" Speaker Yu granted him the position of temporary examination room supervisor. Hearing this news, Chen Baiguo's expression suddenly became a little gloomy. What on earth does Yu Xuan want to do? What on earth does their Qin family want to do? The Speaker of the Provincial Assembly Yu Feng is the second in command of the Donghai province. It is no secret in the Donghai officialdom that the Speaker of the Provincial Assembly and the Governor are at odds. After all, Chen Biao is the man of Regent Liu Ji, and Yu Feng is the man of the Qin family. The open and secret struggles between them are actually a microcosm of the struggle between the regent government and the Qin family. Every year in the college entrance examination, in addition to the supervisory group composed of people from the Education Department and the Security Committee, they will also select respected strong people from the public to serve as temporary supervisors. But what is Qin Xian's respected status? But the temporary examination room supervisor is inherently subjective, and the Provincial Assembly insisted on granting Qin Xian. Chen Biao couldn't say anything. But in this way, Chen Biao suddenly felt a little uneasy. He remembered that his daughter Chen Lingxi had guaranteed Lin Feng yesterday. Qin Xian went to the examination room as an inspector. Would he target Lin Feng? In fact, Chen Biao didn't care much about Lin Feng, especially after he learned that Lin Feng failed to change his job and was just an SS-level individual. An SS-level individual. Just this individual alone meant that Lin Feng's future achievements would not be too high. But what Chen Biao cared about was that if Lin Feng had any accidents in the college entrance examination, then Chen Lingxi, who guaranteed Lin Feng, would definitely be held responsible. At that time, even he would be implicated. After all, Chen Biao had served as the governor for many years, and his mind was sharp and his city was deep. Immediately realized that there might be a conspiracy here. Chen Biao thought for a moment and said in a deep voice, "You arrange it, and I will also go to the Temple of Apocalypse to supervise the examination room." Several officials of the governor's office were surprised when they heard this. As the governor, he is very busy and basically will not go to the college entrance examination site for inspection. He will only go there when an SS-level super genius appears in a certain year. It is just that Donghai province has not produced an SS-level super genius for decades. I heard that one of the students in number 1 middle school awakened an SS-level profession before. But unfortunately, the job transfer failed due to some unexpected reasons. However, since Chen Biao has spoken, they did not say much and immediately went to make arrangements. Chen Baiguo's face was as dark as water. He has been in Donghai province for so many years. The provincial chairman Yu Feng and the provincial supervisory department Feng Jun, who are all senior members of the Qin family, have been suppressed by him and have always been quite obedient. At most, they make trouble in small matters. But since Qin Xian, the eldest son of the Qin family, came, these Donghai families have become restless. Donghai City, Apocalypse Temple. Lin Feng also came to the door of the temple alone. The Apocalypse Temple can be said to be the most magnificent building in Donghai City, like a huge spire. The square at the entrance of the temple, which covers several miles in radius, has more than a dozen huge screens. The order and information of the examinees are played on them. And Lin Feng also noticed that near the temple, there were not only police officers from the police department to maintain order. There were also security officers from the security committee with security certificates on their chests and terrifying auras, guarding every corner. The atmosphere was quite serious. In the hall of the Apocalypse Temple, people from various universities also appeared one after another. They all had a strong aura and were obviously high-level professionals. These people were examiners from various universities. In addition to them, there were also a group of solemn and dignified members of the supervisory group. The college entrance examination should be the fairest way for the human world to announce talents. There is almost no cheating. As long as you have strength and talent, even if you are born a commoner, you can still enter the top universities and soar to the sky. But Lin Feng didn't care about those people from the top universities. He was searching for someone in the hall. A person he hated to the bone. Finally, in the hall, Lin Feng found that figure. Qin Xian, surrounded by a group of Qin family masters, also appeared in front of everyone. Who is that? How can he be an invigilator at such a young age? He seems to be about the same age as us. Many candidates started to discuss. Of course, some girls began to be crazy about him, but he is so handsome. He is much more handsome than the idol I am chasing recently. Lin Feng had a blank expression on his face, and his eyes were full of murderous intent. He was sure that Qin Xian must be coming for him. After all, the secret source was still in his hands, and the Qin family would not give up. After today's college entrance examination, he would be protected by the school. So Qin Xian's only chance to take action was today. This is the college entrance examination. Although Lin Feng knew it well, he had no means or methods. After all, he couldn't not come to take the college entrance examination. Lin Feng took a deep breath and waited silently. He looked at his panel again, and saw the secret source in the column of accessories, and felt a little relieved. As long as there is the secret source, he has unlimited possibilities. In the hall, Qin Xian also saw Lin Feng. Beside him, Chu Bo whispered, "Master, the people have been arranged." Qin Xian nodded, glanced at the huge number of candidates, his eyes were low, and a hint of complexity seemed to flash in his eyes. But soon, the hesitation in his eyes disappeared, replaced by determination. For the secret source, for the Qin family's plan, he is destined to embark on a road of no return. Either reach the peak or fall into the abyss. At this moment, a sudden exclamation sounded. "Governor!" Then the crowd on the Tianqi Temple Square was in an uproar, and they saw that Chen Biao, the governor of Donghai Province, led a group of high-ranking officials of Donghai Province and descended to Tianqi Temple. "Greetings to the governor! Greetings to the governor!" Cheers came one after another, and everyone saluted. It can be seen that Chen Biao has been in power in Donghai Province for many years and is still very prestigious. Even ordinary people think that Chen Biao did a good job. But the examinees were shocked. They didn't expect Chen Biao to come to the examination room to supervise in person. You know, over the years, Chen Biao has supervised the examination room very few times. In the temple hall, a group of college entrance examination examiners also stood up to greet them, with surprise on their faces. Obviously, they were also surprised by Chen Baiguo's arrival. Chen Biao waved his hand, smiled, and said lightly, "The college entrance examination is a big day for my Donghai province to select talents, and I came to see it too." After that, his eyes stared at Qin Xian vaguely. "The meaning is very clear. I'm staring at you, it's better not to play any tricks." Seeing Chen Biao coming, Qin Xian just smiled slightly, without any surprise on his face. Just nodded and smiled. "See you again, governor." Chen Biao took a deep look at Qin Xian. Although he was not the same as the Qin family, he was also very dissatisfied with Qin Xian. But he had to admit that this young master of the Qin family was really outstanding. Not only was he talented in strength, but he was also scheming. With his eyesight, he could not see anything on Qin Xian's face. Young Master Qin worked hard today. The provincial speaker Yu Feng, the provincial supervisory department Feng Jun and other big men all showed a friendly, even flattering smile on their faces and walked to Qin Xian. They are all from the Qin family. Although he is a big man in the Donghai province, strictly speaking, Qin Xian is just an ordinary person. But Qin Xian is the heir of the Qin family. To a certain extent, they are the retainers of the Qin family, and Qin Xian is their young master. So they respect Qin Xian without any hesitation, and even feel a little proud of it. Time passed by little, and finally, a majestic and grand sound resounded in the Temple of Apocalypse. Clang clang clang, 9 tripod sounds rang out, and everyone's heart trembled, and the expressions on their faces became extremely serious. The college entrance examination has begun. The beams of light in the Temple of Apocalypse suddenly lit up, teleporting the thousands of candidates directly to the interior of the Temple of Apocalypse. The interior of the Temple of Apocalypse is an independent space. There are hundreds of portals in various places in the space. They lead to different trial spaces. Candidates please enter the examination in turn according to their candidate numbers and choose the items they want to be assessed. After entering the trial copy, you will get points based on the copy evaluation. Examination room rules. Before entering the trial space, please accept the examination of the examiner. Except for equipment, no props are allowed to be brought. Once discovered, the qualification for the examination will be directly cancelled. A solemn voice sounded, and the rules of the examination also appeared on the big screen inside the Temple of Apocalypse. Lin Feng found that a badge appeared in his hand, with a string of numbers marked on it. B18 to 75. It seems that this is his examination room number. He found the B18 portal according to his examination room number. Inside the Apocalypse Temple, Thousands of examinees were silent, and a solemn atmosphere came over them. Everyone was very nervous. After all, this test would determine their future lives. Lin Feng also felt that many eyes were focused on him. He raised his head and looked at the hall again. Opposite the invigilators, a series of black figures were hidden in the mist. They were all strong men from various universities. Among them were the instructors of Jixia Academy. Jixia Academy. A resolute look flashed in Lin Feng's eyes. Is this the college entrance examination? It's really spectacular. In the hall, Qin Xian stood with his hands behind his back, looking at the solemn scene inside the temple, and couldn't help but sigh. Yes, Qin Xian, actually he didn't take the college entrance examination. The reason is very simple, he doesn't need it. Qin Xian awakened an SSS-level legendary combat profession Oracle Knight. The vision when he awakened his profession even shocked the regent, and he was an extremely rare dual professional. It can be said to be a national sensation, a real super genius. Qin Xian was directly admitted by the Imperial Capital Academy, the first of the 3 major universities in the empire, and became the 8th special student in the history of the Imperial Capital Academy. And the 7 special students before that have all become famous super strong people in human history, who can compete with the great terror of the void. So although Qin Xian is a student of the Imperial Capital Academy, he has never taken the college entrance examination. In fact, even if Qin Xian's talent is average, with the power of the Qin family, it is estimated that he can enter the Imperial Capital Academy through special recruitment. Although the universities in the empire are relatively independent, the Imperial University is actually infiltrated by the major aristocratic families. Of course, it is precisely because of this. The Imperial University has obtained the most resources, so its strength is also the best among the universities in the empire. Chen Bio is also watching the situation in the temple. Behind him, a middle-aged man with a cold face said in a deep voice, "Governor, we have already set up control in every corner of the Apocalypse Temple. No problems have been found for the time being. This middle-aged man has a terrifying aura, and he is a level 51 strongman. His name is He Bin, the director of the Security Committee of the East China Sea Province, and also Chen Baiguo's confidant. The Security Committee is an agency responsible for social security in a province. Any behavior that threatens security and order can be questioned by the Security Committee. Compared with the Supervisory Office, which is more about supervising the government, the Security Committee has more extensive powers. There are about 500 security officers under his command, and they are all at least level 25 or above. The reason why Chen Bio was able to cover the sky with one hand in Donghai province and firmly suppress Yufeng, the provincial speaker. In addition to his own outstanding ability, it is also because he controls the powerful department of the Security Committee. After hearing what He Bin said, Chen Bio was slightly relieved and nodded. But the uneasiness in his heart has never disappeared. Qin Xian, what exactly does he want to do? He doesn't think that Qin Xian got the identity of a temporary inspector just to visit some college entrance examination sites. Thinking of this, Chen Bio frowned and asked, "Have the identities of the inspectors been verified?" The identities of the inspectors in the examination halls are arranged by the Provincial Department of Education. Before, Chen Bio would not pay attention to these trivial matters. But now, it's better to be careful. All verified, no problems found. The college entrance examination has begun, and candidates line up to pass the examiner's inspection and choose the trials they want to pass. The college entrance examination trials are divided into 3 categories in total. Like the professions, they are combat, auxiliary and life. Candidate Su Miao, number BO477, A-level auxiliary occupational spirit formation master, selected the assessment content, build a small defense formation within 10 minutes. A girl with a pretty appearance walked into a portal and entered the trial space. In the hall, many instructors from the academy became interested. They all looked at Su Miao's trial space. A-level spirit-endowed array masters are relatively rare. After reaching a higher level, they can construct hundreds of arrays with a wide range of applications. This Su Miao has the opportunity to grow into a master-level array master. Candidate Zhou Bo. No. B74 to 47, C-level combat profession, blood warrior, choose the assessment content 3 types of combat trials. Candidate Li Shang, number F12 to 44, D-level combat profession, Archer, choose the assessment content 3 types of combat trials. The students passed in an orderly manner and entered the trial space. Above the Apocalypse Temple, thousands of screens appeared, showing the scenes of each space, so that the examiners could see and evaluate. Finally, it was Lin Feng's turn. Candidate Lin Feng, number B18 to 75, SS level individual, choose the assessment content 7 types of combat trials. As soon as this notice came out, it immediately attracted countless eyes. Qin Xian and Chen Biao need not say much, even the instructors of various universities showed interest on their faces. After all, SS-level casual players, this weird profession, has never been seen before. And the 7-type combat trial that Lin Feng chose is also the most difficult one of all combat trials. Not only do you have to hunt all monsters within the specified time, but you also have to kill a level 5 boss. According to data, the selection rate of the 7-type combat trial in the National College Entrance Examination every year is only 9/1000ths. And the passing rate is only 1/10,000th. Lin Feng took a deep breath, his eyes were firm, and he stepped directly into the trial space. And the moment Lin Feng stepped into the trial space, Chen Biao immediately released his spiritual pressure and began to sense any changes in the breath inside the Temple of Apocalypse. Once there is a change, he will take action directly. As long as Lin Feng completes the trial without any problems, Chen Lingxi's guarantee will be completed. But suddenly, the Temple of Apocalypse began to shake. No, not just the Temple of Apocalypse, but the entire Donghai city. Boom! A deafening sound suddenly erupted from a distance, like the death knell of the end of the world. Then, a decaying smell of the void also came. Void sacrifice ceremony. Chen Baiguo's heart sank, and He Bin beside him was even paler. He received the notice immediately. Your Excellency the Governor, a serious emergency has occurred. A void sacrifice ceremony has occurred in the new district of Chengnan, and more than a dozen level 20 void monsters have appeared. Heavy casualties. He Bin, a level 50 strongman, was helpless like a primary school student at this moment. Because one of the responsibilities of the security committee is to track down the void believers and destroy all void sacrifice ceremonies. Before, a void sacrifice ceremony occurred in a town near Donghai City, which led to the massacre of a town, which was already his dereliction of duty. At that time, the provincial council had already impeached him. But it was suppressed by Chen Biao. And now a void sacrifice ceremony has occurred again in the urban area of Donghai City. He, the head of the security committee, is definitely finished. Chen Biao was also shocked. His eyes almost burst into flames as he looked at Qin Xian angrily. Could it be that Qin Xian's target was not the Temple of Apocalypse, but the security committee? If the security committee was taken down by the Qin family, then with the provincial council, the provincial supervision department and the security committee, Yu Feng would have the confidence to compete with him. It would be hard to say who the Donghai province would listen to at that time. Chen Biao suddenly realized that he had fallen into the trap set by Qin Xian. Could it be that Qin Xian forced Chen Lingxi to guarantee Lin Feng's participation in the college entrance examination yesterday on purpose? Deliberately aroused his suspicions so that all his attention would be focused on the Temple of Apocalypse. Under normal circumstances, the Donghai group of the security committee would patrol the urban area of Donghai City uninterruptedly. If there were any changes, they would directly issue a warning and stop it. But today is the college entrance examination, plus what happened yesterday. Chen Biao mistakenly believed that Qin Xian would do something to Lin Feng to target Chen Lingxi. Get his handle. So not only did he come to take charge in person, but the strong men of the security committee also basically stared at the Temple of Apocalypse, resulting in the unprecedented weakness of the power in the urban area of Donghai City. Being stared at by Chen Baiguo's angry eyes, Qin Xian's smile remained unchanged, as if this matter had nothing to do with him. And Yu Feng, the provincial chairman beside him, was righteous. He shouted at He Bin, "Director He, what's wrong with your security committee? The void sacrifice ceremony just happened in Chaiyuan town a few days ago, and this time the sacrifice was actually made in the city of Donghai. Today is the college entrance examination. I think you don't have to work as the chief security officer anymore." He Bin's face was pale, but he couldn't say a word. Because this matter is indeed the responsibility of their security committee. He trembled, and there was only one thought in his mind. It's over. The position of the director of the security committee can be said to be a powerful boss in a province. I don't know how much effort he has put in to climb to this position. But now it's all over. This is the danger of the power field, even worse than the void front. If you are not careful, you will be doomed. Looking at Yu Feng, who started to make trouble, and the smug smile on his face, Chen Biao became more and more certain that this was Qin Xian's real purpose. Chen Biao took a deep look at Qin Xian, turned around and left immediately, and ordered, "Block the news, don't interfere with the college entrance examination." Although the void sacrifice ceremony that broke out in the city center was not large in scale, with only a dozen level 20 void monsters. But as the governor, he had to rush to the scene as soon as possible. Otherwise, it would be a serious dereliction of duty. Chen Biao brought many security officers from the security committee to the scene. But he still kept a hand, leaving a few security officers, and ordered the police to continue to maintain order in the Temple of Apocalypse. Seeing Chen Biao leading the security officers to leave, and the commotion just now, the candidates in the Temple of Apocalypse who had not yet accepted the trial were a little panicked. An examiner said loudly, "There was a large traffic accident in the city of Donghai just now, don't worry. The college entrance examination continues, don't be distracted." The candidates heard this, and then they were relieved a little and continued the assessment. What's going on in Donghai? On the other side of the hall, a group of school examiners were whispering, with some dissatisfaction in their words. They heard that a void believer appeared in the center of Donghai City last night, and many innocent people were affected. Just now they said it was a traffic accident, but this was just to deceive students. They could all sense the breath of void. It seems that a void sacrifice incident also broke out in the center of Donghai City. Void believers have always been a stubborn disease in the human world, and the occurrence of void sacrifice incidents is not worth rare. But the void sacrifice incidents are basically in the wild, or in remote towns. It is really the first time that the void sacrifice incident has occurred in a big city like Donghai City. In any case, the security committee of Donghai province will definitely be held accountable. Even Governor Chen Biao will probably be affected. I don't know if Donghai can produce a few good seedlings this year. A white-haired old man stood with his hands behind his back, looking indifferent, looking up at the trial situation on the big screens. He was wearing a long robe, with a stern demeanor, and the words, Jixia, were embroidered on his chest. Song Guiyuan, an examiner of Jixia Academy, one of the 3 major universities in the empire. In the past 5 years, our Jixia Academy has admitted less than 10 candidates in Donghai province. They are basically auxiliary types, and there are very few combat types. Behind him, a teacher from Jixia Academy said respectfully. Suddenly, in the hall, many examiners of the academy came to exclaim. Song Guiyuan's expression slightly moved, and he looked in the direction of the sound. In a trial space, the score of the dungeon was rising. 7 types of combat trials. The most difficult type of combat assessment, 7 waves of monsters will be generated in the trial. Each wave is twice as many as the previous one, both in number and combat power. And in the last wave, a rare level 5 boss will be generated, which is as dangerous as an elite monster of level 8. In the trial space, a thin figure flashed and moved, unstoppable. Although he used the most basic general skills, such as physical strengthening and fireball. But these most basic general skills are used very skillfully. Countless monsters rushed towards him, but none of them could match him. The corpses of the monsters under his feet piled up into a small hill, like a god of war. Candidate Lin Feng, number B18 to 75. Lin Feng, the loser who failed to change his job, instantly became the focus of everyone's attention. Interesting. Song Guiyuan showed a hint of interest on his face. Laymen watch the excitement, while experts see the doorway. Although Lin Feng failed to change his job and was only an SS-level individual. But the combat power that Lin Feng showed in the trial was extremely outstanding. Lin Feng's strength and agility far exceeded the level of an ordinary level 4 novice. Not only him, but other school examiners also began to pay attention to Lin Feng. No. B18 to 75. Lin Feng, temporarily put him on the observation list. Check Lin Feng's past grades. In the hall, seeing that many school examiners had noticed Lin Feng, Qin Xian showed a faint smile on his face. He is smart. Lin Feng knew that he was being watched by Qin Xian, and he would definitely take action on the day of the college entrance examination. So he directly chose the 7-type combat trial and showed his strength directly, attracting the attention of all examiners. In this way, it would be difficult for Qin Xian to do anything to him. And Lin Feng is indeed a son of luck. Without using the secret source, he can perform so well just by relying on the skills of a single player. However, this should also be because the secret source has increased his 5-dimensional data by 50%, so Lin Feng's panel attributes are very high. But, Qin Xian's eyes flashed with sarcasm. Lin Feng and Chen Biao, can't guess what he wants to do. Tamper with Lin Feng's college entrance examination. No, what he wants to do is to destroy the Apocalypse Temple in Donghai City. For a moment, almost everyone in the Apocalypse Temple was attracted by Lin Feng. The examiners from various universities, the security officers who stayed here, and the police officers were all staring at the trial space. Could it be that another genius will appear in their Donghai? The last time someone passed the 7-type trial in the Donghai City College entrance examination was nearly 20 years ago. According to Lin Feng's trial performance, let's not talk about anything else. The strength and agility attributes shown by Lin Feng alone are almost at the level of a level 10 professional. This is enough to make Lin Feng stand out. Everyone was discussing in a low voice how Lin Feng did this. Although there are some treasures that can give people extra attribute points, these treasures are priceless. The most entry-level Tianyuan crystal fruit can only add 1 extra attribute point, and 1 piece costs tens of millions. Ordinary people can't get it at all. In the corner of the Apocalypse Temple, a supervisor had a blank expression on his face. Seeing that everyone was attracted by Lin Feng, he took out a strange pyramid from his arms. The next moment, the pyramid began to rotate, and the countdown began. 5, 4, 3. In the hall, everyone's attention was on Lin Feng. Song Guiyuan looked at the trial space, and his expression suddenly changed slightly. The next moment, his face changed drastically, and he turned around abruptly, looked in one direction, and shouted. Not good. Screw. Space and time seemed to be frozen and stagnant at this moment. The space inside the entire Apocalypse Temple directly became a strange dark blue, as if it had reached the bottomless abyss of the deep sea. A heart-pounding breath emerged, and portals appeared inside the Apocalypse Temple. And from these portals, strange and terrifying void monsters descended. They struggled to crawl out of the portal, with strange shapes, and deep blue ripples on their bodies, and a terrifying breath. Full of tyranny and madness. Void invasion. Song Guiyuan screamed, and everyone inside the Temple of Apocalypse changed their expressions and was extremely shocked. Since the human strongman opened up a front on the Void front, the Void has never directly invaded Blue Star again. Void invasion is completely different from Void sacrifice. Void sacrifice refers to the sacrifice made by Void believers. Those Void monsters are actually derived from Void believers. Void believers want to obtain the power of the Void and hold a sacrificial ceremony. However, most of them will transform themselves into Void monsters without consciousness and only know how to kill and abuse, with limited destructive power. And the Void invasion is those native monsters in the depths of the Void, which descend on Blue Star through cracks such as portals. Void beacon. Someone has placed a Void beacon. The entire Temple of Apocalypse fell into chaos in an instant. These Void monsters descended and began to hunt around. For the Void monsters, humans are their most delicious food. Or, they are born to destroy everything. Screams suddenly rang out. The first to bear the brunt were the examinees. After the Void descended, many trial spaces collapsed. The examinees were either crushed by the collapsed space or teleported out of the trial space. Then they were swallowed up by the Void monsters. In less than a minute, the originally solemn, neat and clean Temple of Apocalypse became a purgatory, with corpses everywhere and blood spilled all over the ground. The battles continued to break out, and the remaining police officers and security officers, as well as the examiners from various universities. There was no time to think, and they all went forward to fight with the Void monsters. Humans and the Void are enemies to the death. Seeing this purgatory-like scene on Earth, Yu Feng, the provincial chairman beside Qin Xian, was stunned. He actually knew that the void sacrifice in the urban area was arranged by Qin Xian. He was also happy to see it happen. At least he could take down the security committee and his power could be raised to a higher level. At least he didn't care how many people would die. Anyway, they were all civilians, just ants. But he didn't expect that Qin Xian's appetite was so big. What security committee is just a cover? He wants to destroy the Temple of Apocalypse in Donghai City. He wants to destroy Chen Biao. There are thousands of candidates. Even though Yu Feng is a ruthless old fox, he couldn't help but feel cold all over at this moment, and he looked at Qin Xian with great fear. The ruthlessness of this young man far exceeded everyone's imagination. As if he felt Yu Feng's uneasiness and fear, Qin Xian turned around and glanced at the provincial speaker, with a smile that was almost indifferent on his face. "Speaker Yu, what's wrong?" Hearing Qin Xian's murderous words, Yu Feng shuddered all over. He hurriedly bowed his head respectfully and said in a deep voice, "Everything in the Yu family is under the young master's command." He is a member of the Qin family, and the Yu family is a chess piece supported by the Qin family. The fate of the Yu family has been firmly tied to Qin Xian. He has no other way. He can only follow the Qin family closely. Qin Xian nodded with satisfaction. If Yu Feng had shown any wrong thoughts just now, he would have directly ordered Chu Bo to kill Yu Feng. Anyway, so many people have died. It's no big deal if another provincial speaker dies. You block Lin Feng's trial space, pretend to fight with the void monster, and don't let anyone get close. Lin Feng, I'll handle it alone. The secret source is of great importance. Qin Xian doesn't trust anyone, even Chu Bo. He wants to kill Lin Feng himself and take away the secret source. Qin Xian went straight to Lin Feng's trial space, while other Qin family strongmen dispersed and blocked the vicinity of the trial space. The Apocalypse Temple was attacked by the void and had already begun to break, and those large screens also shattered. The passage of the trial space also began to appear. The entire Apocalypse Temple was on the verge of collapse. After Qin Xian entered the trial space, there was a huge forest in front of him, and Lin Feng's figure stood in the center of the forest. Lin Feng turned around and looked at Qin Xian expressionlessly. There was no fear on his face, nor any surprise. As if he had known Qin Xian would come. Qin Xian smiled, looked at Lin Feng, and said calmly, "Hand over the secret source, and I can let you die quickly." "Let me die quickly." When Lin Feng heard Qin Xian's words, his face was not angry, but he smiled. A slightly sarcastic smile. He stood there, looking at Qin Xian calmly. He heard the sounds of fighting, the cries of humans, and the roars of void monsters everywhere. He said to Qin Xian very seriously, "You are wrong, it is me who will not let you die quickly." Seeing Lin Feng so calm, Qin Xian raised his eyebrows slightly and chuckled. "It seems you have guessed it. I'm going to find you." "Yes," Lin Feng said lightly. "The secret source is in my hands, how can you let it go? But after today, I will be able to enter the academy and get the protection of the academy, and your Qin family will no longer be able to do anything to me. If you want to get the secret source, you can only take action today. Do you know?" Lin Feng's eyes were low, and he said in a deep voice, "Originally, Teacher Chen could directly recommend me to go to Jixia Academy for special recruitment assessment. I don't have to take the college entrance examination today. Yesterday I was able to leave Donghai City and go directly to Jixia Academy. Special recruitment assessment is another way to enter the academy besides the college entrance examination. However, the difficulty of the special recruitment assessment is much greater than the college entrance examination, but with Lin Feng's strength, he can really pass the special recruitment assessment and enter Jixia Academy. I was specially recruited into the Jixia Academy, and your Qin family can't do anything to me for at least 4 years. I can rely on the secret source to become stronger little by little, and I can go to the depths of the void to find His Majesty the Emperor. Then destroy your Qin family. But I refused, and I still came here to take the college entrance examination, just to give you a chance to make a move. Do you know why?" "Why?" Qin Xian looked at Lin Feng with an interested smile on his face. Lin Feng had a blank expression on his face, his eyes were filled with crazy murderous intent and hatred, and he whispered in a low voice, "Because I want to wait for you to take away the secret source. Only in this way can I kill you." Lin Feng suddenly became extremely excited and roared, I want to kill you now for revenge. Not to mention 4 years, every moment is torture for me. I want to kill you immediately, right now. He stared at his hands and said in a deep voice, do you really think that an ant like me is destined to be played with by you? Do you really think that facing you, I can only flee in despair? Lin Feng raised his head and stared coldly at Qin Xian, his eyes full of crazy murderous intent. You are wrong. It's not you who is looking for me, but I am waiting for you. Boom. Under Lin Feng's feet, a deep blue field suddenly emanated, spreading rapidly, directly corroding the entire trial space into the void. Lin Feng's body slowly floated up and stood in the air. He stared at Qin Xian, his body trembling slightly. This is not a trembling of fear, but a trembling of excitement, a trembling of excitement. When you enter the trial space alone, you have already fallen into my trap. Qin Xian. Lin Feng laughed. I know you are a level 21 SSS level Oracle Knight. I know that with your background, all kinds of high-quality equipment and skills are emerging in an endless stream. But you underestimated my trump card. You underestimated the secret source. Void embodiment. Qin Xian seemed to have heard a very funny joke, and couldn't help laughing. Your trump card should be the skill of void embodiment, right? When Lin Feng heard this, the excitement on his face froze. Instead, he was extremely shocked. Void embodiment is Lin Feng's deepest trump card, and no one knows this secret. How did Qin Xian know? Qin Xian looked at Lin Feng's shocked expression and shook his head. You are so stupid and naive that I, surprised. You should know that the secret source originally belongs to my Qin family. When it comes to understanding the secret source, how can you compare with me? Qin Xian said lightly. You are an SS level casual player. You should be able to awaken the 3 skills of Void Tidal Locust, Void Mark, and Void Concrete. Am I right? Lin Feng was stunned. Originally, Qin Xian knew everything. But Lin Feng quickly reacted and sneered. Even if you know, so what? You are only level 21 now, and the Void Concrete has a level 60 combat power. Die! Lin Feng roared, and the next moment, behind him, a terrifying and huge phantom soared into the sky, tearing through the space. This is an extremely terrifying void monster, with a body as high as dozens of meters, covered with terrifying scales on the surface, and 2 broken black wings spread out behind it. It makes it look as terrifying as the Destroyer Demon God. Level 60 Void Lord Concrete. After summoning the Void Lord, Lin Feng knelt down directly, feeling that all his strength was drained. He also knew that with it, his 5 years of life would also be gone. But he didn't care. Lin Feng stared at Qin Xian with red eyes. Go to hell, Qin Xian. The Void Lord followed Lin Feng's command and grabbed Qin Xian with one hand. The void around Qin Xian was solidified, leaving him no way to escape. But the next moment, what happened made Lin Feng's eyes widen, his eyes full of disbelief. How is it possible? The Void Lord suddenly stopped attacking, slowly knelt down towards Qin Xian, and worshipped. Qin Xian's eyes suddenly ignited blue flames. His right arm turned dark blue, and incomprehensible rune veins kept flashing on the surface. The whole person has an indescribable and very strange unique beauty. Not many people have seen my second profession. Lin Feng, you are very lucky. Qin Xian showed a strange smile on his face, and his eyes looking at Lin Feng were full of madness and cruelty. At this moment, Qin Xian did not feel like a human being, but a great terror from the void. His profession panel was also revealed. Name, Qin Xian. Profession, Lord of the Void. Level, LV21. Strength, 297. Agility, 280. Constitution, 274. Spirit, 288. Intelligence, 284. Qin Xian's 5-dimensional attribute points are basically close to 300 points. The most basic 5-dimensional attribute alone is extremely amazing. You know, the attribute points of an ordinary 21 level profession are about 80 points, and this is still under the condition of emphasis. For example, for a warrior profession, a 21 level berserker, his strength and physique are at most 100 points, but in this case, the agility, spirit, and intelligence attributes are low. At most, it is about 50 points. And Qin Xian's 5-dimensional attributes are all top-notch, a real hexagonal warrior. But Lin Feng is no longer concerned about Qin Xian's 5-dimensional attribute points, but Qin Xian's profession. Void Lord. Lin Feng widened his eyes, his face showed a deep shock, and he was horrified. Qin Xian is a dual professional. But all along, Qin Xian has shown his first profession in front of the world. SSS level Oracle Knight. As for his second profession, it has never been shown, and no one knows what Qin Xian's second profession is. There are many opinions about this. Some people think that Qin Xian's second profession is also extremely powerful, but Qin Xian deliberately hides it and wants to show his trump card on the spot. But some people think that Qin Xian's second profession should not be too good. So he hides his second profession and only uses his first profession, Oracle Knight, to show people. But in any case, Qin Xian's second profession is a mystery. But who would have thought that Qin Xian's second profession is actually the Lord of the Void? As a genius of Donghai number 1 middle school, Lin Feng has a wealth of theoretical knowledge. The Void is the mortal enemy of mankind, or the mortal enemy of apocalypse. The professions awakened by humans through the apocalypse altar are also hostile to the Void. It can be said to be completely opposite. And the Lord of the Void is the most terrifying existence in the Void, the Great Terror. The level is even above the Lord of the Void. No wonder Qin Xian has been hiding his second profession. Void Lord. This is the mortal enemy of mankind, the highest existence in the Void sequence. But, how is this possible? How can humans awaken a profession like Void Lord? This completely overturned Lin Feng's cognition. Because theoretically, this is impossible. Looking at Lin Feng's unbelievable look, Qin Xian's eyes flickered with void flames. He awakened 2 professions in the Apocalypse Altar, Oracle Knight and Void Lord. Only a few senior members of the Qin family knew that his second profession was Void Lord. In order to block this news, the Qin family also secretly dealt with several insiders. And this is why Qin Xian was able to let Lin Feng use the secret source. Because no matter how much Lin Feng used the secret source, it was futile in front of his second profession, Void Lord. Void Will Aura Level 1. As the Void Lord, you have supreme authority over void creatures and can suppress any void creature. Duration: 10 minutes. Skills can be upgraded. So the Void Lord that Lin Feng spent 5 years of his life to summon was no threat to him. The trump card that Lin Feng was proud of was a joke in his eyes. Lin Feng gritted his teeth and urged the secret source again, trying to regain control of the void image. But what made him desperate was that the void image did not respond to him at all, and he could even feel the Void Lord image's fear of Qin Xian. Lin Feng's body began to tremble, and his heart sank to the bottom of the valley. It's over. He never thought that his carefully planned revenge plan was so confident and passionate before. The result was directly crushed. It became a joke. In Lin Feng's heart, a regret suddenly arose. If he had known earlier that Qin Xian was actually the Lord of the Void, he might as well leave the East China Sea last night and go to Jixia Academy through the teleportation array to take it slowly. It seems to have seen what Lin Feng was thinking. Qin Xian had no expression on his face and said calmly, "Do you really think you could get away yesterday?" Yesterday, the teleportation array, airplanes, roads, and railways in Donghai City were all blocked by me. Even if you wanted to go to Jixia Academy, you couldn't go. Not only do you have to die, you must die today, in the Temple of Apocalypse. The daughter of the governor guaranteed you. If you are a believer of the Void, it will lead to the destruction of the Temple of Apocalypse. How can she and Chen Bio escape the relationship? Hearing this, Lin Feng finally showed despair on his face, and his heart was filled with deep guilt. His arrogance harmed teacher Chen. And he finally understood the gap between himself and Qin Xian. What is an ant? This is an ant. Even his own death is not controlled by him. The time and place of death are controlled by Qin Xian. How Qin Xian wants him to die, he must die. Qin Xian wanted him to die at that time. Qin Xian's body suddenly disappeared, and the next moment he appeared in front of Lin Feng. Lin Feng was shocked, and then he gritted his teeth and roared, gathering a fireball in his hand and blasting it towards Qin Xian. But this fireball technique had dissipated before it reached Qin Xian. Lin Feng's body was suddenly suppressed by an inexplicable force, and the whole person turned into a bloody man and knelt down directly. Both legs were broken and cracked. Ah! Lin Feng screamed and lost any resistance. Without the secret source, Lin Feng was just a level 4 novice. Facing the level 21 Qin Xian, he was really just an ant. As Lin Feng was abandoned, the secret source was also deprived of Lin Feng by a terrifying void force. Floating in the air, secret source. Qin Xian stared at the secret source in front of him, his eyes full of crazy desire. Unlike Lin Feng, an SS-level casual player, who could barely use the secret source. As the Lord of the Void, Qin Xian is 100% compatible with the secret source. In a sense, only the Lord of the Void who has obtained the secret source can be considered a complete Lord of the Void. Chapter 31. Qin Xian picked up the secret source, and at this moment, his soul seemed to be trembling. He could feel the extremely terrifying and endless power contained in the secret source. At this moment, even with Qin Xian's scheming, he couldn't help laughing out loud, his face full of excitement. In order to track down the secret source, the Qin family has spent countless years of hard work and energy over the years. But everything is worth it. The secret source is related to the Qin family's plan for 100 years. With the secret source, the Qin family plans to build an empire, and even the last piece of the puzzle of the entire human world is completed. From now on, no one can stop the Qin family. No one can stop him, Qin Xian. With the secret source, the profession of the Lord of the Void is complete. Qin Xian no longer hesitated and equipped the secret source directly. The next moment, the secret source appeared in Qin Xian's equipment column. Secret source, a legendary item, originating from the Void, controlling the power of the Void, the incarnation of the supreme will of the Void. After the Void profession is equipped, the swallowing evolution system is opened. Passive effect. Secret source power, all attribute points increase by 50%, Void class increases by 100%. Summon Warlord level 1, summon a low level 40 level Void Warlord, this skill can be upgraded. Void Devouring. Mark an area, all targets in the area will be marked. After the marked target dies, you will immediately get the target's skills and talents. Void Manifestation. Summon a level 70 Void Lord Manifestation, lasting 30 minutes, cooldown time 5 days. This is the difference between Qin Xian and Lin Feng. Lin Feng, an SS-level casual player, can only use the secret source reluctantly. Qin Xian is the Lord of the Void, he is the one who fits the secret source 100%. Not only Qin Xian's secret source skills are higher than Lin Feng's. For the skill of Void Manifestation, Lin Feng needs 5 years of life. Qin Xian can summon it directly without paying any price. After obtaining the secret source, Qin Xian's 5-dimensional attributes also change accordingly. Name: Qin Xian. Occupation: Lord of the Void. Level: LV21. Strength: 594. Agility: 560. Constitution: 548. Spirit: 576. Intelligence: 568. Because Qin Xian's second occupation is Lord of the Void, the power of the secret source has increased Qin Xian's attribute points by a terrifying 100%. Now Qin Xian's 5-dimensional attribute points are comparable to those of a level 50 professional. Qin Xian can easily crush professionals of the same level with just a normal attack based on the physical attack power increased by strength. But the significance of the secret source to Qin Xian is not actually these. Instead, after possessing the secret source, many professional skills of Qin Xian's second occupation, Lord of the Void, have been unlocked. Void Control, Incarnation of the Void, Twisted Space, Ancient God Cauldron, Touch of the Nightmare Queen. Each of these skills is a God-given skill with terrifying power and effect. It's just that because it consumes the power of the secret source, it has been locked and cannot be used. Now that Qin Xian has obtained the secret source, these skills are also unlocked. Qin Xian's second profession, the Lord of the Void, not only has his combat power increased several times. More importantly, he is the complete Lord of the Void. The Qin family's plan can finally begin. Chen Baiguo's face was so gloomy that it could almost squeeze out water. His body was like a meteor, passing through the sky and flying rapidly towards the direction of the Temple of Apocalypse. The entire Donghai city has been completely in chaos. The Temple of Apocalypse is located in the city center of Donghai City. The Temple of Apocalypse has suffered a void invasion, and the surrounding urban areas have been corroded by the void. Void monsters are rampant everywhere. The once peaceful Donghai City has become a purgatory on Earth. Chen Baiguo's heart is extremely heavy. Such serious incidents have occurred one after another in Donghai City in the past few days. He, the governor, will definitely be held accountable. Even if Lord Luji is willing to protect him, his position as the governor will probably have to be moved. Chen Bio was extremely angry. Qin Xian. This time, he was played around by Qin Xian. He thought that the void sacrifice incident in the Donghai City just now was Qin Xian's ultimate goal. Let the director of the security committee step down, so that the provincial speaker Yu Fengzhou's right to speak can cover him, or at least be able to compete with him. The Qin family can also truly affect the overall situation of the Donghai province. But what Chen Bio didn't expect was that this was still just a bait. Not long after he left the Apocalypse Temple, something happened to the Apocalypse Temple. Qin Xian's appetite far exceeded his imagination. A security committee can't satisfy Qin Xian at all. Qin Xian's real goal is him, the governor of the Donghai province. This time, Chen Bio was really angry. His body appeared above the Apocalypse Temple. Looking at the temple that had been corroded by the void, Chen Baiguo's expression was extremely gloomy. The seriousness of the matter was beyond his imagination. There were also several void monsters that felt Chen Baiguo's breath and rushed towards him with a roar. Looking for death, Chen Bio shouted coldly, and his hands formed seals. Above the sky, a huge magic circle suddenly emerged, covering the sky and the sun, covering the entire Apocalypse Temple. The next moment, the magic circle kept running, and more than a dozen holy light pillars rushed down from the sky. Directly cover those void monsters, completely purify them, and sweep away the void monsters outside the Apocalypse Temple. This is the horror of a level 68 strong man. Chen Bio frowned and said coldly, purify all the void monsters and seal those void rift portals. Yes, the strong men in Donghai City looked solemn and began to deal with this void invasion. Chen Bio rushed into the interior of the Apocalypse Temple with a cold face. He made up his mind that if he found any clues about Qin Xian, he would never give up. Lin Feng was lying on the ground, his legs were shattered and he had completely lost his fighting power. But compared to the severe pain in his body, Lin Feng's inner pain was even worse. At this moment, the trial space began to vibrate, and a terrifying and familiar breath descended. The entire interior of the Apocalypse Temple was filled with Chen Baiguo's angry voice. Control all channels, extract all the recorded data of the Apocalypse Temple, and turn on the protection system. Hearing this voice, Lin Feng's eyes suddenly burst into hope. Chen Bio has already rushed back. Then he might still have a chance to turn the tables. Because Lin Feng has one last trick up his sleeve. He stored a recording crystal on his body, recording the entire conversation between Qin Xian and him just now. With this recording crystal, it can be proved that Qin Xian is the mastermind behind this tragedy. And the protection system is the highest rule of the Apocalypse Temple. The Apocalypse Temple is used for college entrance examination selection. Many trial spaces are very dangerous. The protection system can ensure the safety of candidates. Once a candidate's life is threatened, he will be teleported to the square by the Apocalypse Temple. Before the Void invasion, the system of the Apocalypse Temple was also destroyed. Now the Void monsters have been almost cleared, the Void cracks have been sealed and repaired, and the protection system of the Apocalypse Temple can be used again. In this way, Qin Xian can't kill him. You came back quite quickly. It seems that the governor is really anxious. Qin Xian smiled slightly, looking at the hopeful look on Lin Feng's face, and said lightly, seeing that you are so excited, there should be something like a recording crystal on your body. Do you really think that Chen Bio can save you when he comes back? Qin Xian sneered and lifted Lin Feng up with one hand. A strange tentacle emerged from the void veins of his right arm and directly inserted into Lin Feng's forehead. Void transformation. Plant a void poison in the body of a target that is not higher than its own level, and transform it into a void believer. The Void Lord's signature skill, the several void sacrifice ceremonies in the East Sea province, were all used by Qin Xian to transform several innocent people into void believers. The corrosive and scorching void energy began to ravage Lin Feng's whole body, completely corroding his skin. Lin Feng's eyes turned into blue flames, and his entire upper body was covered with weird and terrifying scales. The intense pain made Lin Feng's body arched into a lobster shape. More importantly, Lin Feng's vocal cords were directly destroyed by the void energy. He couldn't even scream. After doing all this, the terrifying void flames on Qin Xian's body disappeared, and the void pupils in his eyes also shrank. Instead, he was bathed in holy light. A set of mighty and luxurious golden armor appeared on his body, holding a glorious giant sword, and there were 2 faint shadows of glorious wings behind him. It was like the arrival of the archangel. Qin Xian switched to his first profession, Oracle Knight. It is hard to imagine that the Lord of the Void who corrodes and devours everything, and the Oracle Knight who saves and purifies everything, can appear in the same person. Lin Feng, who was half transformed into a Void believer, looked so terrifying and weird. And Qin Xian, in the state of Oracle Knight, looked so glorious and majestic. When Chen Biao, Chen Lingxi and other strong men rushed to the trial space. This is exactly what they saw. Master, Chu Bo and others immediately came to Qin Xian. And Chen Lingxi exclaimed, covered his mouth, and looked at Lin Feng in disbelief. How could it be? Not only Chen Lingxi, but everyone else's attention was also on Lin Feng. Void believer. Lin Feng's appearance was the appearance of a void believer using the power of the void. Qin Xian looked at Lin Feng in front of him, a strange look flashed in his eyes, and he said righteously, this person is the mastermind of this time. He and his adoptive father are both void believers, and they planned many void sacrifices. This time in the college entrance examination, he brought the void beacon into the Temple of Apocalypse, summoned the void invasion, and caused the destruction of the Temple of Apocalypse. Although Lin Feng was converted into a void believer, his mind was still there. After hearing Qin Xian's distortion of right and wrong and blaming all this on him, he was extremely angry and wanted to speak. But his vocal cords were destroyed, and he couldn't speak, and could only make an ugly roar. Coupled with his weird appearance, he looked so terrifying. It's like a void beast. Everyone believed Qin Xian's words immediately without any hesitation. After all, the situation in front of them was clear at a glance. Chen Lingxi's eyes were full of disbelief. Lin Feng. How could he be a void believer? Even Chen Biao was silent about the scene before him. He originally believed that all this was Qin Xian's conspiracy. Qin Xian wanted to bring him down, so he planned this tragedy. So he rushed back to the Apocalypse Temple as soon as possible, directly turned on the protection system, and then prepared to retrieve all the data of the Apocalypse Temple. As long as he found the slightest clue of Qin Xian, he could do it directly. But now, looking at Lin Feng like this, Chen Biao really began to doubt. It's rare that Lin Feng really did it. He imagined his daughter's eyes, knowing that his daughter was willing to guarantee Lin Feng, so Lin Feng would definitely not be a bad person. But in fact, Lin Feng is now a void believer. A void believer who has been seriously corrupted by the void. Regardless of whether there is Qin Xian's shadow behind this, what is Qin Xian's real purpose? Qin Xian can't make Lin Feng from a human being become a void believer, right? Lin Feng wanted to take out the recording crystal from his body. As long as he took it out, he could prove that all this was done by Qin Xian. But when he was about to make a move, Qin Xian waved his hand. Several rays of light turned into long swords, nailing Lin Feng's 4 bodies in place, making him unable to move. At this moment, Lin Feng finally felt what despair was. He knew the truth of the matter, and he knew the true face of Qin Xian. But his vocal cords were destroyed, and he couldn't say a word. He clearly had a recording crystal on him, which could prove that Qin Xian was the mastermind of all this. But he couldn't move. The truth was right in front of him, but he could only watch Qin Xian and put all this on his head. This kind of frustration, this despair, this anger, almost made Lin Feng completely crazy. Lin Feng stared at Qin Xian, his eyes full of resentment, his expression was extremely twisted. His eyes were red, his body was shaking constantly, and he made a humming roar from his mouth. It was like a devil. The people who saw it were scared and couldn't help but step back a few steps. Qin Xian glanced at Lin Feng, who was in a frenzy, with a blank expression. He could have killed this Lin Feng long ago. The reason why he stayed until now was not because Lin Feng was so difficult to deal with, but because Lin Feng died now, died here, and died in this way. Only then could the benefits be maximized. Qin Xian wanted to completely squeeze out the value of Lin Feng's benefits. Qin Xian glanced at Yu Feng, the provincial speaker, and Yu Feng immediately understood, with an angry look on his face. He asked loudly, "Since this person's adoptive father is a void believer, according to the rules, this person should be isolated and investigated. How can he still take the college entrance examination?" Qin Xian looked at Chen Lingxi and said in a deep voice, "Miss Chen, I have said long ago that this person has 1,000 connections with the void believers and must be carefully investigated. But you, as the daughter of the governor, vouched for him, which led to today's tragedy." Chen Lingxi's pretty face turned pale when she heard Qin Xian's accusation, and her body shook, and she could hardly stand. But she couldn't say a word. Could it be that she was really wrong? Could it be that from the beginning, Qin Xian was really tracking down the void believers, and the Lin family were void believers? If Lin Feng's failure to change his job led to his mental imbalance. In pursuit of power, he went astray under the influence of his adoptive father. It seems reasonable. People are like this. When Chen Lingxi believed in Lin Feng, he naturally chose to believe to the end. Any words, Chen Lingxi just felt that they were false accusations. But now looking at Lin Feng's appearance, it is obvious that he is a void believer. At least now, in human cognition, no one can transform people into void believers. Unless he is really a void believer. Before Lin Feng was a void believer, Chen Lingxi couldn't help but start to doubt. Chen Lingxi looked at the Apocalypse Temple, which was almost reduced to ruins, the countless corpses, and the wailing screams, and almost fainted. At this time, Feng Jun, the head of the Donghai Provincial Supervisory Department, said coldly, "Miss Chen, our supervisory department suspects that you are colluding with the void believers. Please accept our investigation immediately." Several supervisors stepped forward and prepared to take Chen Lingxi away. Those present were all bigwigs in the Donghai province, and they all understood the relationship between Chen Lingxi and Chen Biao. But no one spoke. Chen Lingxi vouched for Lin Feng, and Lin Feng was a void believers, which led to the invasion of the void and countless people died tragically. It was the Donghai province, no, it was the entire human world, a tragedy that had not been seen in 1,000 years. Someone must be held responsible for this matter. And Chen Lingxi, the guarantor, was the first to bear the brunt. Not to mention that she was the daughter of the governor. Even if she was the daughter of the regent, she would not be able to get away unscathed today. Chen Lingxi looked at the several gloomy supervisors in front of her, her pretty face turned pale, and she couldn't help but look at her father Chen Biao. Chen Biao, on the other hand, had a gloomy face and suppressed his anger. Even if he was the governor of a province, he couldn't forcibly stop the investigation of the supervisory office. After all, the supervisory office was legitimate, because who made Chen Lingxi really guarantee Lin Feng? Seeing Chen Lingxi being taken away, the most angry and painful person might not be Chen Biao, but Lin Feng. The frustration and pain in Lin Feng's heart made him scream. But the scream was just a hoarse and unpleasant roar. Even so, everyone could hear the deep despair from Lin Feng's roar. Qin Xian's eyes flashed with murderous intent, so that Lin Feng's value was completely squeezed out. Then, he should die too. Qin Xian raised the glorious long sword in his hand and slashed at Lin Feng with one sword, Purify. Boom! The long sword directly cut off Lin Feng's head, and the glorious flames devoured Lin Feng's body, purifying it completely, without even a piece of ash left. With the death of Lin Feng, the system's prompts continued to ring in Qin Xian's ears. Complete the first main task. Eliminate Lin Feng's threat, 1/1, get reward, 30 villain points. Villain level increased, current villain level, 2. Get additional talent, rebirth. When your health value drops to 0, immediately restore to the maximum health value, and the subsequent damage is reduced by 80%, lasting 30 seconds. Cooling time, 1 month. Get additional distributable attribute points, 30 points. Lin Feng, the first son of Luck Qin Xian met. He died in Qin Xian's hands. And he died so aggrieved and humiliated. But now, Qin Xian's attention is not on the villain system. Because his real target is not just Chen Lingxi. Governor, I would like to ask you to explain why your daughter would guarantee a void believer. Provincial Speaker Yu Feng took a deep breath and asked Chen Biao coldly. Everyone's expression froze when they heard this. Provincial Speaker, this is a challenge to the governor. Chen Baiguo's face showed a trace of anger when he heard this, and he looked at Yu Feng coldly. When Yu Feng was looked at by Chen Bio, a trace of unnatural expression flashed across his face. After all, Chen Bio has been in power in Donghai province for 20 years and has a very high prestige. He, the provincial speaker, the nominal number 2 figure, has actually been firmly suppressed by Chen Bio. If it weren't for the Qin family behind him, he would have been hollowed out by Chen Bio and become a mascot. It's a lie to say that Yu Feng is not afraid of Chen Bio. But when he felt Qin Xian's sight coming from behind, Yu Feng seemed to be full of power. Yu Feng is very clear about his status. In the eyes of others, he is the provincial speaker with a high status, the number 2 figure in the entire Donghai province, and has great power. But in fact, he is just a dog raised by the Qin family. The Qin family promoted him to the position of provincial speaker, making the Yu family the top family in Donghai. When the Qin family asked him to bite someone, he had to bite. Otherwise, he and the Yu family would suffer an irreparable situation. Yu Feng had already realized this. Moreover, Yu Feng also realized that this might be a good opportunity for him to take the position. If Chen Bio was removed from office, then the next governor of Donghai province would be him. From the second person to the first person, it seems to be only one step away, but in fact it is a world of difference. Many people are trapped in this place for their whole lives. Yu Feng had no expression on his face and said coldly, "Governor, as the chairman of the provincial parliament, I have the responsibility, obligation, and power to supervise the governor's governing ability. In the past few days, sacrificial ceremonies have been constantly erupting in Donghai province, and such a thing happened today. The Temple of Apocalypse was destroyed, and thousands of candidates died. I think that, Governor, you have an unshirkable responsibility for this. Especially your daughter, who actually sheltered a void believer." The expressions of the people changed slightly, and Chairman Yu quietly changed the guarantee to shelter. Although it was just a change of words, the meaning was a world of difference. It really deserves to be an old fox. The several confidants around Chen Bio looked at each other, but they said nothing. The current situation, everyone can see it. Chen Bio is definitely not able to escape the consequences of what happened in the past few days. He should not be able to be the governor for a few days. Whoever is willing to follow Chen Bio may have to get involved. This is reality. The day before, Chen Bio was still the governor, and countless people were willing to be loyal to him. Today, Chen Baiguo's loss of power is imminent, and everyone is avoiding him. Chen Bio took a deep breath and said in a deep voice, "There are still many doubts about this matter, I will investigate it all." Yu Feng said lightly, "On behalf of the provincial council, I have submitted an impeachment case against you to the imperial cardinals and the imperial parliament. According to the basic imperial decree, you have been suspended from all rights and should wait for the investigation team at home. The reason why the provincial council president is the second person in a province. Not only because he controls the provincial council, but also because the provincial council president can impeach the governor and suspend all rights of the governor. Of course, choosing impeachment. It means that the provincial council president has completely torn his face with the governor." Hearing this, Chen Baiguo's eyes flashed with a flame and he was furious. Suddenly looked at Qin Xian. Although Lin Feng is indeed a believer in the void, Chen Bio firmly believes that all this is also related to Qin Xian. And the things in the past few years have all happened in just a few days. No matter how powerful the Qin family is, there will always be some clues left. As the governor, he must be able to find out some. But after the provincial speaker impeached him, he lost all his authority. When the investigation map above came, Qin Xian had already cleaned up all the clues. What a Qin Xian, linking one thing after another, leaving him no chance to fight back. Chen Baiguo's body trembled with anger, but he couldn't say a word. He could only look at Yu Feng coldly and turn away. He couldn't do anything unless he chose to rebel against the empire. Watching Chen Bio leave, Qin Xian's eyes flashed with a smile. In this way, the East China Sea province belongs to the Qin family. And this will also make the regent and other forces think that he, the eldest son of the Qin family, made such a big fuss in the East China Sea province in order to pull Chen Bio down. Qin Xian glanced at Yu Feng, and Yufeng had a flattering smile on his face, looking for credit. Congratulations, Governor Yu. This sentence made Yufeng very happy. Originally, even if Chen Bio was dismissed, the governor of Donghai might not be his. Maybe it would be someone else, or a governor would be airdropped from above. And now, Qin Xian's words completely put Yufeng's mind at ease. This means that the Qin family will choose Yufeng as the next governor of Donghai. Thank you, young master. In the future, the Yu family will follow the young master and the Qin family's lead. Yufeng didn't care about his face, and there were other people present. He wanted to kneel down to Qin Xian directly. Seeing Yufeng's flattering look, many people couldn't help but feel a little contempt in their hearts. No matter what, Yufeng is also the provincial speaker, and his status is second only to the governor. Looking at the entire empire, he can be regarded as a high-ranking official. But Yufeng is so respectful to Qin Xian, a young man. There is no dignity in dignity as a senior official, which is really disgusting. However, despite this, other senior officials of the Donghai province looked at Yufeng with contempt. There was also deep envy. They also wanted to be close to the heir of the Qin family. If they could curry favor with Qin Xian, they would definitely do so, and they might even have less moral integrity than Yufeng. Unfortunately, Qin Xian's identity is not something that everyone is qualified to curry favor with. Speaker Yu, during this period, you will temporarily take over the duties of the governor. You must handle the following matters well. Qin Xian smiled slightly and instructed Yufeng. Although nominally, Qin Xian was only a student of the Imperial Capital Academy and had no right to say these words. But no one felt anything was wrong. Yufeng heard this, his expression on his face became more cautious, and he nodded. Don't worry, Mr. Qin, I will definitely handle it. He knew that Qin Xian meant the remaining clues after handling. Make sure that when the investigation team above comes, nothing can be found. Qin Xian nodded and left the Temple of Apocalypse. He got the secret source, hunted down the son of Luck Lin Feng, and got many system rewards, all of which required him to study them carefully. Mr. Qin, take care. Seeing Qin Xian leave, Yufeng, Feng Jun and other senior officials under the Qin family immediately bowed deeply to see him off, with awe-inspiring expressions. And other senior officials of the East Sea province saw that the provincial speaker and the head of the provincial supervision department bowed to see him off. They couldn't just stand there, so they had to bow one after another. At first glance, Qin Xian left surrounded by a group of followers, and the bigwigs of Donghai bowed respectfully behind him. This scene is really shocking. Donghai province is really named Qin. After returning to the hotel, Qin Xian couldn't wait to open his career panel. His career panel is luxurious. Name, Qin Xian. Profession, Oracle Knight. HP, 43,100 per megapixel, 42,600. Level, LV21. Strength, 445. Agility, 420. Constitution, 431. Spirit, 432. Intelligence, 426. Qin Xian's first profession, Oracle Knight, is not a void profession, so it can only enjoy a 50% attribute bonus of the secret source power. But even so, Qin Xian's attribute points are far beyond those of professionals of the same level. Skills, Sword of Judgment, Shield of Shelter, Holy Light Invincibility, Embers of Ember, Blessing of the Archangel of Light. Talent 1. Divine Favor. You are a son of God favored by God. Oracle Knight is not your end. Every time you increase your level by 30, you will get a fragment of Godhead. Talent 2. Rebirth from the Ashes. When your health value drops to 0, you will immediately recover to your maximum health value, and the subsequent damage you suffer will be reduced by 80% for 30 seconds. Cooling time, 1 month. Although Qin Xian's second profession is the Lord of the Void, the Supreme of the Void system. But this does not mean that Qin Xian's first profession, Oracle Knight, is not powerful. On the contrary, as a rare SSS level hidden profession in a century, Oracle Knight is also an extremely powerful existence. Not only is the professional skills of Oracle Knight extremely powerful, and its combat power far exceeds that of other combat professions. It is also because the growth of Oracle Knight is equally terrifying. Every time you increase your level by 30, Oracle Knight can obtain a fragment of Godhead and unlock the power of the law of the corresponding God. If, in the later stages, all the fragments of the Godhood are collected, the Oracle Knight can transform and evolve into an archangel and become a demigod. However, what Qin Xian cares most about is the reward obtained through the villain system. The talent of rebirth from the ashes. This world is a world where everyone changes their jobs, and it is a world displayed in the game. But it is also extremely dangerous. Not only in the Void Front, fighting with void monsters, but also in other cities and the wild except for specific main cities, you can kill people at will. Those dangerous dungeons, as well as elite monsters and bosses entrenched in the wild, I don't know how many people died in these places. And having the talent of rebirth from the ashes means that Qin Xian will have a second life. The significance of this to Qin Xian is self-evident. As for the additional 30 attribute points provided by the villain system, Qin Xian directly added them all to strength. The attribute of strength affects physical attack power and physical damage of skills. Qin Xian's Oracle Knight and Void Lord are both physical professions. Although it is only 30 points, this is an extremely precious additional attribute point. Moreover, the villain system gives more and more villain values, and more extra attribute points can be converted. Plus the extra talent, although Qin Xian just hunted down Lin Feng, the Son of Luck. But he has already begun to look forward to discovering the Son of Luck in the future. These so-called Sons of Luck are all materials for him to become stronger. Looking at his luxurious attribute panel, Qin Xian couldn't help but sigh. No matter which world, wealth and power are omnipotent. If you regard this world as a game. In this game world, who is more powerful, the European Emperor or the Liver Emperor? Neither. The most powerful, and Qin Xian is undoubtedly the top Krypton player in this game world. In this world, there is no upper limit to the professional level in theory. But so far, the strongest person in human history is the founding emperor of the Dragon Empire, Yingzhu, the 109-level dragon god. According to the level of professional level, human strongmen are roughly divided into the following levels. Professionals around level 20 are the limit that ordinary people can reach in their lifetime. Professionals at level 30 are already the best in their respective industries. Levels 40 to 50 are city lord level strongmen who can serve as the lord of a city. And strongmen above level 50, like Chu Bo and Lin Yu, can be considered top strongmen. Strongmen above level 60 are the existence of national deterrence level, the foundation of a great country. The strength of a country is often measured by how many national deterrence level strongmen there are. As for strongmen above level 80, they are legendary strongmen, and in a sense, they can no longer be completely considered human. Their life value is in the millions, and every move they make has the power to destroy a country. Their lifespan is extremely long, and they are almost like gods. The Dragon Empire has 5 legendary masters, and its strength is among the top 3 among all human countries. Qin Xian's father, Qin Ming, is one of the 5 legendary masters and the 89th level psychic master. As Qin Ming's son and the heir of the Qin family, Qin Xian has enjoyed the world's top resources since he was born. Before Qin Xian awakened his profession, the food he enjoyed was various elite monsters. The flesh and blood of these elite monsters contain huge energy. It can increase Qin Xian's 5-dimensional attributes. And many big men who compiled the awakening profession theory textbooks were invited by the Qin family to teach Qin Xian privately. In addition, Qin Xian has Qin Ming's blood flowing in his body, and he is originally the offspring of a legendary master. With all these bonuses, it is a low probability event to awaken a garbage profession. Qin Xian's starting line has already surpassed others by a lot. After awakening his profession, the Qin family spent huge resources to find various treasures for Qin Xian that can increase attribute points. When other people go to a dungeon and get a treasure that increases extra attribute points, they are ecstatic and even become enemies. Qin Xian has basically used up all the treasures that increase attribute points to the upper limit. That's why Qin Xian's 5-dimensional attributes are so amazing. Qin Xian's equipment is also extremely luxurious. It's just a set of level-less purple epic suits. Level-less equipment is special equipment that ignores the equipment level requirements, although the attributes are less than those of equipment of the same level. But being able to have high-level attributes and effects at a low level is already amazing. The explosion rate of levelless equipment is very low, about 1 in 10,000. A few days ago, at the Empire auction house, a levelless purple helmet that was originally level 40 equipment appeared and was sold at a sky-high price of 300 million gold coins. Not to mention, Qin Xian's equipment is a set of levelless purple epic suits that were originally level 60. This set of levelless purple epic suits can no longer be measured by gold coins. It can even be said that the resources that the Qin family has poured into Qin Xian can almost buy a small country. When Qin Xian's peers, after awakening their professions, go to dungeons step by step and work hard to get loot, then sell the unneeded loot in exchange for gold coins to buy the equipment that suits them. Qin Xian doesn't need to consider what equipment or skills. With the status of the Qin family in this world, I don't know how many people and how many guilds are working for the Qin family. Qin Xian only needs to consider one thing, that is, to become stronger, and keep getting stronger. When the apocalypse comes, everyone needs to awaken their profession, and many people cheer that the era of equality has arrived. But 1,000 years later, the inequality in this world has become more serious. Before the apocalypse comes, money can't buy health, life, or knowledge. But all of this can be bought after the apocalypse comes. Resources are monopolized by aristocratic families like the Qin family, and aristocratic families can use resources to create top powerhouses one by one. And these top powerhouses will continue to monopolize resources for the aristocratic families, directly forming a vicious cycle. Of course, there are also people who want to change this situation. For example, His Majesty the Emperor, after he ascended the throne, he has been suppressing the aristocratic families and promoting commoners. Then he disappeared. In fact, from the heart, Qin Xian also admitted that the aristocratic families have threatened the fate of the empire. But he is a vested interest. Anyone who hinders the interests of the Qin family is hindering his interests. He will kill people. Qin Xian came back to his senses from his thoughts and shook his head. Since the goal has been achieved, it is time to return to the imperial capital. The imperial capital is his stage. Shenlong Empire, the imperial capital. The imperial capital, as the capital of the Shenlong Empire and the most dazzling and huge city in the entire human world, has another nickname. The city in the sky. The imperial capital is a huge floating city, standing on the top of the clouds. The city is extremely large, with a radius of hundreds of kilometers. The high-rise buildings are like a steel jungle, but there are also ancient buildings with a historical atmosphere. Here is the heart of the empire. The imperial capital, the imperial cardinal court. The imperial cardinal court, as the power center of the empire, is located on the side of the imperial square. In front of the cardinal court, 9 dragon-patterned tripods stand upright, exuding a majestic atmosphere. Dozens of powerful men with terrifying auras guard it, and no strangers are allowed to approach. Occasionally, pedestrians pass by from a distance, with a look of awe on their faces. Everyone knows that any document issued from here is enough to change the fate of countless people. Inside the cardinal court is an ancient and huge palace. A middle-aged man with extraordinary demeanor walked quickly inside the cardinal court. When the officials of the cardinal court saw the middle-aged man, they all showed awe on their faces and saluted, "Your Excellency the Secretary General." This middle-aged man is the Secretary General of the Secretariat of the Cardinal Court, Song Qi. He is also the ruler of the Cardinal Council and the confidant of Lord Qinming. Song Qi had a dignified look on his face. As the Secretary General, he was already a senior member of the Cardinal's Court, responsible for handling the daily operations of the Cardinal's Court. And more importantly, he was Qinming's confidant. Some provincial governors were very polite and flattering to Song Qi. Song Qi walked to the door of an office deep in the Cardinal's Court, his face became odd, and he knocked on the door gently. "Come in." A solemn voice came from the office. Even Song Qi couldn't help but take a breath first, tidy up his appearance, and then pushed open the door and walked into the office. This office is very spectacular and huge, with hundreds of square meters. A middle-aged man with a simple appearance and a terrifying aura, majestic and mysterious, stood in front of the window, with his hands behind his back, overlooking the imperial capital. He had a blank expression on his face and a cold look in his eyes, as if nothing in the world could arouse his interest. Looking at this majestic back, Song Qi lowered his head in awe. "Sir, there is news from the young master. Hearing this, Qin Ming slowly turned around, and his face finally showed some emotion. Perhaps only Qin Xian could make him care. The young master sent a message that the secret source has been obtained, and some things have also happened in Donghai. The Donghai Provincial Council has initiated an impeachment case against Chen Biao. After that, Song Qi handed a document to Qin Ming respectfully. Hearing that the secret source was obtained, Qin Ming's eyes flashed with excitement. Secret source, the hard work of several generations of the Qin family. The existence that was cultivated at the cost of more than a dozen legions was finally taken back. In this way, the Qin family's plan can also continue. Qin Ming took the document and took a quick look. It was the impeachment of Governor Chen Biao by the Donghai Provincial Council. He soon understood what kind of earthquake his son Qin Xian had set off in the Donghai province. Good. Qin Xian's personal visit to the Donghai province has attracted the attention of many people. He knew that several families had sent people to Donghai, and even the regent government had begun to pay attention. If the secret source was exposed, the Qin family would be passive. Maybe the Qin family could only start the rebellion in advance. Fortunately, Qin Xian in Donghai province actually created such a situation that could bring down Chen Biao. In this way, the Qin family could not only hide the secret source but also get Donghai province. Kill two birds with one stone. Qin Ming said lightly. Order the Imperial Propaganda Department to fully publicize the tragedy that occurred in Donghai province through various channels, and submit this impeachment case to the Imperial Parliament. Qin Ming's two short sentences have already determined Chen Baiguo's career. In fact, if the void invasion that broke out in Donghai city is used, it may still be possible to suppress the matter. But once the Imperial Propaganda Department fully publicizes the matter through various channels, then this matter will be completely blown up, and the entire human world will know about it. In addition, the cardinals passed the impeachment case, and the Imperial Parliament would not agree to it. Then the governor of Chen Biao would definitely be finished. Although the final decision on the appointment and removal of the governor was still in the hands of Regent Lu Ji. But in the face of the turbulent public sentiment, coupled with the pressure from the cardinals and the parliament, Lu Ji could not protect Chen Biao. Study the candidate for the next governor of Donghai. Qin Ming said lightly. The position of a governor is a big bargaining chip in the hands of the Qin family. Song Qi whispered. Young master means. Let Yu Feng, the speaker of the Donghai province, take over the position of governor. Qin Ming heard this and immediately changed his mind. Since it is Shaner's intention, let's do it according to what he said. After Qin Xian awakened his profession, Qin Ming began to deliberately let Qin Xian participate in various affairs. Although the governor of a province is very important, Qin Ming originally planned to use him for another purpose. But since Qin Xian has a candidate, Qin Ming is unwilling to go against his son's wishes. He is cultivating Qin Xian's prestige. Qin Ming suddenly asked, where is Lear? Although Qin Xian is Qin Ming's only son, Qin Ming has an adopted daughter besides Qin Xian. Qin Xian's sister, Qin Li. Qin Li is 18 years old this year and has just awakened the SS-level hidden profession, the Angel of Death. However, this profession is very special and requires collecting death fragments to upgrade skills. So under the arrangement of the Qin family, Qin Li went to the land of death. It is a famous forbidden place in the human world, extremely dangerous, and was once the place of the decisive battle between the human world and the void. There are many undead and dangerous elites living in it, but there are also many death fragments. Miss should be coming out of the land of death soon. Song Qi said respectfully. Well, Qin Ming frowned slightly. When he mentioned this daughter, his expression did not have the pure affection for Qin Xian. But it was quite complicated. Even, there was a vague murderous intent. Almost instantly, reports of the Void Invasion incident in Donghai province appeared on various TV programs and online forums in the empire. This Void Invasion incident led to the destruction of the Apocalypse Temple in Donghai city and the deaths of tens of millions of candidates. The whole country was shocked. And these reports and news also intentionally or unintentionally pinned the responsibility of this incident on Governor Chen Biao. In the words and deeds, it was Chen Baiguo's failure to fulfill his responsibilities and lack of ability, which led to the occurrence of the Void Invasion incident. The Imperial Regent Government. Lu Ji, the Imperial Regent, is a level 90 Galaxy Sword Saint and the teacher of His Majesty the Emperor. After His Majesty the Emperor disappeared, he served as the Imperial Regent and became the ruler of the huge country of the Dragon Empire. At least in name, Lu Ji is the master of the empire. For 20 years, Lu Ji has been stabilizing the situation on the one hand, and continuing the emperor's previous policies on the other hand, trying his best to promote civilians. Therefore, in the hearts of the people of the empire, Lu Ji, the Imperial Regent, has a very high prestige. Deep inside the regent's office, there is a simple and plain office. There are not many luxurious decorations in the office, and it looks like an ordinary room. Not to mention the office of Qin Ming, the ruling cardinal, it can't even compare to the office of the president of an ordinary guild. But this office is indeed the office of the regent of the empire, Lord Lu Ji. The third phase of the reconstruction agenda of the Northern Army was rejected by the Imperial Parliament. The Parliament insisted on reselecting senior officers above the rank of colonel, and also gave nominations, basically all from aristocratic families. There have been changes on the front line of the void again. According to intelligence, in 3 months, the front line should suffer a large-scale void invasion. The envoy of the Tsarist Empire has just arrived in the imperial capital and hopes to be summoned by you. Lu Ji looks like a white-haired, ordinary old man. He reviews various documents while listening to various reports from his subordinates. At this moment, a middle-aged man hurriedly walked into the office. Regent, something happened in Donghai. Hearing this, Lu Ji frowned slightly, waved his hand, and signaled the subordinates in front of him to leave. After the subordinates left, Lu Ji said calmly, I don't know if any of these people have been bribed. The middle-aged man was at a loss for words when he heard this. He didn't know what to say. Over the years, those aristocratic families have become more and more rampant, and they dare to reach into the regent government. The middle-aged man's name is Ren Xuan, the head of the regent government's attendant room, a 59th level mage of the proverbs, and also Lu Ji's confidant. What happened in Donghai? The void invasion incident broke out in Donghai province, resulting in the destruction of the Donghai city temple and the death of thousands of candidates. The Donghai Provincial Council impeached Governor Chen Biao. Hearing this, Lu Ji's expression changed. A few thousand fewer examinees means a few thousand fewer professionals. In the future, perhaps the backbone of the empire will emerge from these examinees. This is a loss for the empire. The impeachment of Chen Biao made Lu Ji frown even more. Chen Biao was promoted by him. He was the one who made Chen Biao, who was born in a commoner family, serve as the governor of Donghai province against all odds. He is also one of the few governor-level bosses under his command. What happened? It seems that a void believer has sneaked into the examinees. Governor Chen's daughter guaranteed that believer to take the college entrance examination, and then something went wrong. The provincial council believes that Governor Chen has a relationship with the void believers and launched an impeachment. Ren Xuan handed over a few documents and said in a deep voice, the Imperial Cardinal Council has passed the impeachment case against Governor Chen and asked Chen Biao to accept the investigation of the Imperial Supervision Department. Lu Ji's expression remained unchanged. He took the document and looked at it, with a hint of anger on his face. Donghai province, there was nothing wrong for more than 10 years before, but in just 3 days, there were a series of void sacrifice incidents and a void invasion. Ren Xuan suddenly realized something when he heard this. You mean, the Qin family? He suddenly realized something and murmured, no wonder the eldest young master of the Qin family suddenly went to Donghai. Qin Xian suddenly went from the imperial capital to Donghai city, and during the awakening ceremony, he violated the imperial decree, which naturally attracted the attention of major forces. Now it seems that all this was done by Qin Xian. Ren Xuan was a little angry. What on earth does the Qin family want to do? Their appetite is so big that they even want Donghai. There are 11 governors in the 37 provinces of the empire, all of whom belong to the Qin family faction. If the Donghai province is added, there are 12 governors, and almost 1/3 of the provinces in the entire empire are under the control of the Qin family. Chen Biao can no longer serve as the governor-general. Tell the cardinals that they agree to let Yu Feng, the provincial president, succeed him as the governor-general. But the supervisory department should not investigate Chen Biao. Lu Ji pondered for a moment and said lightly, Transfer Chen Biao to the Northern Army as the Chief of Staff, and let Wang Fujie, the Director of the Statistics Bureau, go to the East China Sea Provincial Council as the President. It must be said that Lu Ji has been able to deal with the aristocratic families and control the power of regent over the years. He is also very skilled. When the Northern Army was rebuilt, several candidates selected by Lu Ji were rejected by the cardinals and the imperial parliament because of their lack of qualifications and strength. Since Chen Baiguo's position as the Governor-General could not be saved, he was allowed to go to the Northern Army. With Chen Baiguo's strength and qualifications, even those aristocratic families could not say anything. He used the condition of agreeing to the Qin family to get the East China Sea province to save Chen Biao and let him serve as the Chief of Staff of the Northern Army. The Qin family would agree. After all, if they really wanted to tear each other apart, Lu Ji would directly put the position of the governor of the East Sea province on the table for discussion in the imperial parliament. The major aristocratic families would definitely fight for it with all their might. Moreover, Lu Ji also knew that this was a tacit understanding between Qin Ming and him. He asked Wang Fujie, the director of the General Statistics Office, to serve as the chairman of the East Sea province. Wang Fujie was born in the famous Wangfu family of the empire, and the relationship between the Wangfu family and the Qin family has never been harmonious. If Wang Fujie became the second person in the East Sea province, the Wangfu family would definitely not miss this opportunity and would probably compete with the Qin family for the power of the East Sea province. Lu Ji made several arrangements, not only to save Chen Biao, but also to provoke conflicts between the Qin family and the Wangfu family. He also took the real power of the Northern Army. However, the biggest winner of this game of power is undoubtedly the Qin family, who got the East Sea province. By the way, how did you find out about that matter? Lu Ji suddenly asked, staring at Ren Xuan, his eyes full of seriousness and caution. It's not going very smoothly. We secretly investigated the files of the Imperial Guards back then, but all of them were either destroyed or missing. As for His Majesty's whereabouts, we have also been investigating, and we infer that His Majesty may be trapped in a dimensional prison. Hearing this, Lu Ji's face showed a bit of gloom. For him, these things are the real important things. Over the years, since he became the regent of the empire, he has been investigating the mysterious disappearance of His Majesty the Emperor. 20 years ago, the Emperor led the guards to personally conquer the void. He was unstoppable along the way. The Emperor killed more than a dozen void lords in a row and almost reached the periphery of the void royal court. But overnight, the Emperor's royal camp was reduced to ruins. The guards were annihilated and the Emperor himself was missing. Until now, this matter is still an unsolved case with many mysteries. At that time, this incident shocked the entire human world. You must know that the Emperor himself is the strongest in the human world, and the existence of level 99 is comparable to that of a god. And the guards are the elite of the empire. Although the number of guards is only more than 300, they are all strong men above level 50. And at that time, in addition to the Emperor's royal camp, there were several other major legions of the empire. And the strong men from the major aristocratic families. Among them, Qin Ming, the head of the Qin family, led a group of Qin family strongmen to follow the Emperor's camp at that time. Lu Ji didn't believe that the Emperor would have any accidents under the gathering of the top combat forces in the entire empire or the entire human world. But the Emperor had an accident. Over the years, he has been secretly investigating this matter. But it was not smooth. The establishment of the Imperial Guard was soon abolished, and the records and files of that year could not be found. The only people who knew about it died or had accidents. However, there is still some progress in tracking the whereabouts of the Emperor. At least they can now be sure that the Emperor is not dead, and through various clues, it is inferred that the Emperor should be in a dimensional prison. The dimensional prison is a strange space that appeared in the depths of the void. Isolated from the main world, not even in the void, wrapped in countless garbled runes, hidden in the dark matter planes in the depths of the void. Lu Ji nodded slowly and said in a deep voice, "Continue investigating." Ren Xuan nodded. "I have been looking for various treasures that can travel through the void. Once there is progress, I will organize a search team." But he showed some hesitation on his face. "When I was investigating the archives of the Imperial Guard, I was blocked by some families." "Sir, will the Emperor be because of?" Lu Ji glanced at him and said nothing. But Ren Xuan already understood. The much talked about invasion of Donghai City finally had a result. The Empire classified this incident as an accident. And led by the Imperial Police Department and the Security Committee, various departments jointly enforced the law and carried out a nationwide investigation of void believers. And soon, Chen Baiguo's disposal was also decided. Chen Biao resigned from the post of governor of Donghai Province and went to the Northern Army as Chief of Staff from today. Although the Chief of Staff of the Northern Army, because he is on the front line of the Void Front, the regulations are higher than those of other military regions, and the Chief of Staff and the governor of the province are at the same level. Chen Biao is a horizontal exchange. But everyone with a discerning eye knows that Chen Biao has been demoted. The governor of a province is the local emperor of a province, controlling the power of life and death. The Chief of Staff of the Northern Army has the commander of the Northern Army above him, and the military above him. The power is not at the same level. After Chen Biao was transferred, he was replaced by the provincial speaker Yu Feng, who was originally the second person in Donghai. Now he was promoted to governor, which is also justified. Later, there were a series of personnel changes. A new emperor has a new minister. Chen Biao has served as the governor of Donghai province for so many years, and he has many confidants under his command. Now he has fallen. Yu Feng will definitely counterattack and settle accounts. Donghai province will be a bloody storm again. However, Qin Xian no longer cares about these. It was not unexpected for Qin Xian that Chen Biao was not severely punished. Not only because Chen Biao was backed by the regent of the empire, but also because Chen Biao was a 68-level national deterrent-level strongman. But it was one of the foundations of the empire. Such existences would not be punished too harshly unless they made principled mistakes. However, Chen Baiguo's daughter, Chen Lingxi, was not so lucky. In any case, she guaranteed Lin Feng, which led to the destruction of the Donghai City Temple. The supervisory office took her away and interrogated her. Based on her crimes, it is estimated that she will be imprisoned for at least 20 years. But life is like this. If you stand on the wrong side, you have to pay the price. Su Keqing also left with Qin Xian. Qin Xian was quite satisfied with her obedience and gentleness. In addition, Su Keqing's profession could provide Qin Xian with experience buff, which naturally could not be wasted. And Su Keqing also learned that Lin Feng and Lin Yu were both void believers. She actually didn't believe it. After all, in her opinion, Lin Feng would not be such a person. But after seeing the official report and a series of conclusive evidence, Su Keqing still believed it. After all, the credibility of the empire is still very high now. After seeing Su Keqing completely believe it, the murderous intent in Qin Xian's eyes slowly disappeared. If Su Keqing had any doubts or any dissatisfaction with him, Qin Xian would destroy her. Although Su Keqing is a top beauty, Qin Xian will not let the person beside him have any ill intentions. But fortunately, the Su family has moved away for several years, and Su Keqing and Lin Feng's feelings have long faded. She just simply regarded Lin Feng as a younger brother of the neighbor. When leaving Donghai City, Qin Xian did not take a private plane, but chose the teleportation array. The teleportation array is the most powerful function that can change the human world after the advent of the apocalypse. It directly changed the concept of space. Even if it is tens of thousands of kilometers away, it can be reached instantly through the teleportation array. However, not everyone can use the teleportation array. Using the teleportation array once requires a lot of gold coins depending on the distance, at least thousands of gold coins, which ordinary people cannot afford. Qin Xian also rejected the request of Governor Yu Feng to send him off. To be honest, for Qin Xian, power is just one of the means to achieve the goal. He clearly knows that power is only used when the gap between the strength of both sides is not big. But the real capital is still strength. Donghai City Teleportation Array, people come and go, although it is expensive to use it once. But many professionals will not save this money. Many limited time copies and dangerous elites will appear in various places immediately. Without the teleportation array, they can't catch up at all. Donghai City Teleportation Array, located in the southern urban area of Donghai City, the entire teleportation array covers hundreds of square meters, with 7 copper pillars standing, and strange runes flashing on them. Every time it flashes, many professionals appear or disappear. At this moment, Qin Xian suddenly received a message. Apocalypse system. So professionals, please pay attention. The large special copy, Broken Heaven, will be opened in 3 days. Location, Hangzhou area X32, Y477. Large special copy, Broken Heaven. Qin Xian was slightly stunned, and immediately remembered this special copy. Broken Heaven, with an entry level of 15 to 40, is an extremely rare large special copy. It is known as one of the highest yielding copies within level 40. The experience and drops are extremely rich. Even if you pass the level with AC level evaluation, you can get up to 20W experience, and if you pass the level with an S level evaluation, you can get 40W experience. Qin Xian is now level 21, and the experience required to upgrade is about 7W. In other words, if you pass the level with AC level evaluation once, you can directly upgrade by more than 2 levels. If you pass the S level evaluation once, you can directly upgrade to level 27 or so. However, no one has ever been able to pass this dungeon with an S level rating. This large special dungeon is too difficult. 90% of the teams can't even complete the level. Legend has it that if the Broken Heaven has a perfect evaluation, there is a chance that a divine fragment will drop. Qin Xian's first profession is the Oracle Knight. If he reaches level 30, he can get a divine fragment. If he gets another divine fragment, the benefits to Qin Xian are self-evident. When did the Broken Heaven appear last time? Chu Bo immediately replied, it should be more than 20 years ago. The time when the Broken Heaven appears is not fixed, it is completely random. If you miss this Broken Heaven dungeon, you don't know when the next one will be. So this time, he must not miss the Broken Heaven. Qin Xian immediately changed his plan and went to the Broken Heaven first, and then returned to the imperial capital. He whispered to Su Keqing, go to the imperial capital first, someone will arrange your accommodation, and I will arrange your work for you. I will open an entertainment company for you directly. Su Keqing's Starlight Singer is an auxiliary profession. You don't need to go to the dungeon to gain experience points, but you can upgrade by holding concerts to gain human emotional points. It's useless for her to go to the Broken Heaven, so it's better to go to the imperial capital to get familiar with the environment first. Su Keqing. She was a little speechless, not because she was being petty, but because she was impressed by Qin Xian's wealth. Open an entertainment company for her directly. Su Keqing nodded meekly, couldn't help hugging Qin Xian, and said with some concern, then you be careful. Although she is an auxiliary profession, she also knows that this kind of large special dungeon is very dangerous. Although Qin Xian is very strong, she can't help but worry. Qin Xian smiled, looked at Su Keqing in his arms, and smiled, don't worry, see you later in the imperial capital. Then he nodded to Chu Bo, and 2 female Qin family strongmen followed Su Keqing, entered the teleportation array, and left the East China Sea. By the way, how is Lear now? Hasn't she come out of the dead land yet? Qin Xian and his group in Donghai killed countless people without blinking an eye. He is cruel and ruthless. But he also cares about people, that is, his relatives. Qin Li is one of them. Although Qin Xian knows that Qin Li is not his biological sister, but adopted by his father, the two grew up together and have a very deep relationship. Especially Qin Li, who has admired Qin Xian since childhood and wants to stick to Qin Xian every day. Qin Xian has already regarded Qin Li as his own sister. This time when the Broken Kingdom appeared, Qin Xian also thought of Qin Li. I got the news 2 days ago that the lady's death fragments have been collected almost. This time the Broken Kingdom, the lady should be able to catch up. Chu Bo said respectfully. Qin Xian nodded after hearing this and ordered, in this case, let's go to the Hangzhou area first. The border of the imperial capital, the Dead Land. The Land of Death is a forbidden place for humans. It is the cemetery where humans and the Void Evil God fought a decisive battle. The Land of Death is extremely dark. The whole world is shrouded in blood. There are broken cities and ghosts and wolves howling everywhere. It is filled with a very terrifying breath of death. If a low-level professional accidentally enters this place, it is estimated that he will be directly assimilated into a zombie by the breath of death. And in a valley with the strongest breath of death, a beautiful girl slowly opened her eyes. Seeing Yu Feng's flattering look, many people couldn't help but feel a little contempt in their hearts. No matter what, Yu Feng is also the provincial speaker, and his status is second only to the governor. Looking at the entire empire, he can be regarded as a high-ranking official. But Yu Feng is so respectful to Qin Xian, a young man. There is no dignity in dignity as a senior official, which is really disgusting. However, despite this, other senior officials of the Donghai province looked at Yu Feng with contempt. There was also deep envy. They also wanted to be close to the heir of the Qin family. If they could curry favor with Qin Xian, they would definitely do so, and they might even have less moral integrity than Yu Feng. Unfortunately, Qin Xian's identity is not something that everyone is qualified to curry favor with. Speaker Yu, during this period, you will temporarily take over the duties of the governor. You must handle the following matters well. Qin Xian smiled slightly and instructed Yu Feng. Although nominally, Qin Xian was only a student of the Imperial Capital Academy and had no right to say these words. But no one felt anything was wrong. Yu Feng heard this, his expression on his face became more cautious, and he nodded. Don't worry, Mr. Qin, I will definitely handle it. He knew that Qin Xian meant the remaining clues after handling. Make sure that when the investigation team above comes, nothing can be found. Qin Xian nodded and left the Temple of Apocalypse. He got the secret source, hunted down the son of Luck Lin Feng, and got many system rewards, all of which required him to study them carefully. Mr. Qin, take care. Seeing Qin Xian leave, Yu Feng, Feng Jun and other senior officials under the Qin family immediately bowed deeply to see him off, with awe-inspiring expressions. And other senior officials of the East Sea province saw that the provincial speaker and the head of the provincial supervision department bowed to see him off. They couldn't just stand there, so they had to bow one after another. At first glance, Qin Xian left surrounded by a group of followers, and the bigwigs of Donghai bowed respectfully behind him. This scene is really shocking. Donghai province is really named Qin. After returning to the hotel, Qin Xian couldn't wait to open his career panel. His career panel is luxurious. Name, Qin Xian. Profession, Oracle Knight. HP, 43,100 per megapixel, 42,600. Level, LV21. Strength, 445. Agility, 420. Constitution, 431. Spirit, 432. Intelligence, 426. Qin Xian's first profession, Oracle Knight, is not a void profession, so it can only enjoy a 50% attribute bonus of the secret source power. But even so, Qin Xian's attribute points are far beyond those of professionals of the same level. Skills, Sword of Judgment, Shield of Shelter, Holy Light Invincibility, Embers of Ember, Blessing of the Archangel of Light. Talent 1. Divine Favor. You are a son of God favored by God. Oracle Knight is not your end. Every time you increase your level by 30, you will get a fragment of Godhead. Talent 2. Rebirth from the Ashes. When your health value drops to 0, you will immediately recover to your maximum health value, and the subsequent damage you suffer will be reduced by 80% for 30 seconds. Cooling time, 1 month. Although Qin Xian's second profession is the Lord of the Void, the Supreme of the Void system. But this does not mean that Qin Xian's first profession, Oracle Knight, is not powerful. On the contrary, as a rare SSS level hidden profession in a century, Oracle Knight is also an extremely powerful existence. Not only is the professional skills of Oracle Knight extremely powerful, and its combat power far exceeds that of other combat professions. It is also because the growth of Oracle Knight is equally terrifying. Every time you increase your level by 30, Oracle Knight can obtain a fragment of Godhead and unlock the power of the law of the corresponding god. If, in the later stages, all the fragments of the godhood are collected, the Oracle Knight can transform and evolve into an archangel and become a demigod. However, what Qin Xian cares most about is the reward obtained through the villain system. The talent of rebirth from the ashes. This world is a world where everyone changes their jobs, and it is a world displayed in the game. But it is also extremely dangerous. Not only in the Void front, fighting with Void monsters, but also in other cities and the wild except for specific main cities, you can kill people at will. Those dangerous dungeons, as well as elite monsters and bosses entrenched in the wild, I don't know how many people died in these places. And having the talent of rebirth from the ashes means that Qin Xian will have a second life. The significance of this to Qin Xian is self-evident. As for the additional 30 attribute points provided by the villain system, Qin Xian directly added them all to strength. The attribute of strength affects physical attack power and physical damage of skills. Qin Xian's Oracle Knight and Void Lord are both physical professions. Although it is only 30 points, this is an extremely precious additional attribute point. Moreover, the villain system gives more and more villain values, and more extra attribute points can be converted. Plus the extra talent. Although Qin Xian just hunted down Lin Feng, the Son of Luck. But he has already begun to look forward to discovering the Son of Luck in the future. These so-called Sons of Luck are all materials for him to become stronger. Looking at his luxurious attribute panel, Qin Xian couldn't help but sigh. No matter which world, wealth and power are omnipotent. If you regard this world as a game. In this game world, who is more powerful, the European Emperor or the Liver Emperor? Neither. The most powerful. And Qin Xian is undoubtedly the top Krypton player in this game world. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.